You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, it is the World Code Changers podcast. We got Lady Internet in the building.
Hey.
We got 53. He looks sober right now.
Kind of, sort of, a little bit.
So, we're going to play this intro, then we'll probably play the money video, and we'll get this thing started. Yeah. We had some very funny moments. We had a moment that just scared CP3. But then they pulled out a purse. He just thought it was a weapon. But we'll talk about that on the air. We'll talk about that.
Let's see what weapon it is. What weapon is it?
Ruin somebody's life with that bottle. And not that bottle, hell no.
What's wrong?
Whenever you come, get thrown off.
I see you again.
I know, man. I was trying to fix it before the show. For some reason, my shit not coming in right. Colors kind.
It's your head too. So I know you like that.
Before was the sun was beaming and we had the door open. Now it's back. It was
Don't like. You not saying it's my fault. It's your fault.
I don't know why.
They might just show it on the little screen. On your feet, is it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just know way too big right here.
Now it's just you. Now it's just you. I'll go bring it on here.
I just start from the default setting. Start from the default and then go from there.
You know, liquor is what was going on last week. You just, I even changed the chord and you just fucked with the microphone. You know, liquor.
I was trying to pull it closer so my voice doesn't change so many times during the show. If that helps.
I even changed the chord and you just fucked with the
Yeah,
microphone.
it's 53 or that.
I didn't.
And he trying to blame me for the color
Yeah.
on his camera.
Man, it's doing it again. So I told you.
He blaming me. His head shining, but he blaming me.
Okay. So that's great. Yeah. So CP3,
You see.
what? I swear, this thing was working when we tested it, and then as soon as we go live. So that's great. And it's yours.
Oh, wait, please. They did that last week.
This thing was working.
It's my fault.
It's always your
It's
fault.
always my fault.
So, it's been a very interesting week.
No doubt.
Mhm.
So many different levels.
You sound stressed.
You sound, wow, I want you to say that.
Oh no, it was an interesting week this week on the job. You know,
Mm-hmm.
had a couple of things happen that were out of my control that cost me some deals. But new week coming up, I still got my goals and I'm
You
going
need
to meet.
somebody to pull up.
CP3.
Nah.
You gotta stop though. With like, when something bad happens, don't even talk about it. Just let it go.
Oh yeah, nah. I'm just saying, yeah,
Especially not to me.
yeah.
I'll be like, oh, you talking about what you talking about for? You need
Nah.
somebody to pull up?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cool.
okay, because let me know.
You know, ups and downs. It's all good. I'm gonna make the best of it next week. I got some things lined up, but
See,
Yeah.
do me a favor.
Yeah.
Pull your mic closer.
when I did that before, that's when it started making the noise. That's when you blame me.
Well, I mean,
Okay, so don't touch it now. Now talk. Now talk.
Already breaking stuff. 5 minutes into the show.
it wasn't you broke it before. You broke it last week.
So
You know.
so we good now, CP3?
Yeah, yeah, it sounded like
Okay,
a
okay, okay.
Yeah,
So now,
yeah,
so here's the trick.
yeah.
This is what I always used to tell people when I set stuff up. Don't touch the mic.
So we good now?
But you had it all the way up there. I needed it back
I'm
here.
sorry, where? He had it where?
All the way up there.
You're drinking your red stripe? Are you drinking red stripe?
We switching it up
Wait,
today.
you're drinking something that clearly tells me you're from Jamaica, and then you turn around sounding like you're from the West Coast. Explain.
That's just something that I do.
Yeah, okay.
I love, switching it up every now and again.
Clearly.
If you don't stop shaking the damn table.
I'm not even touching the table just so I don't mess nothing up.
Yeah.
You see, I've got the bed levitating on the table.
Yeah, okay.
So, with 53, what did you guys stop doing?
We don't stop
You have a bad week?
table with your
Let's
movement.
see though.
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes we all do. It's not just you.
Oh yeah, no doubt,
We
no
all, we
doubt.
all have a tendency of
So,
harping on something that doesn't make it back.
Oh yeah, that's why I come on the show.
Whatever didn't happen, didn't happen.
That's why I come on the show to get it off my
The
chest
only
and I
reason
move
why you
forward.
need to bring it up is if you need
we all
somebody to
have a
pull up.
tendency of
Oh nah.
If
Cause
you
I got-
need somebody to pull up,
like,
No, we good, we good.
Then
Ain't no
no.
need. I do my things on a different level, so I
Then
get
you're
my
petty.
revenge. Yeah, I get my revenge back another way. So I don't even have to speak on it. I'm just doing what I'm doing. So
okay.
eventually.
But outside of that,
Yeah.
how was it interesting? What was interesting?
I was speaking on the sports aspect.
Man, you ain't
So what
never
happened with the
lied.
Redskins thing that was going on?
All right.
Football
See, I
thing
ain't
had some
even
drama.
touch it.
Yeah, the Washington
No, you
football.
didn't touch nothing this time. It was just you breathing.
I can't do nothing right now. I got to do the show holding my breath, man. Jesus. But yeah, it's been an interesting week for the Washington football team. For some reason, this team can never have a distraction-free off season.
Never.
Last year we had the reports from Washington Post about the sexual misconduct going on. Now I'm not discrediting it, but we all know that Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. Jeff Bezos has been wanting to be an NFL owner for a while. The mayor of DC and a certain representative don't really like Daniel Snyder and had said if the Washington football team wanted to move to the city, that they would want a dome stadium. But with the current owner, that's highly unlikely that'll happen. Remember, Bezos now, Amazon is in Tyson's corner. So this past week, my favorite sports station to criticize and call trash had a so-called leaked document.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I ain't touching nothing.
Hold on one second.
I'm still going to touch nothing.
Except for my bottle and my cup.
What's in your cup?
What you think it is? 1738.
1800 is more.
That's fine.
The number wise,
I can't even
1730.
lift that thing to pour it in my cup. That big ass bottle. Oh my goodness. What is that? What is it? Check 1 2.
Hello.
Check 1 2.
Your phone blowing up.
Say something.
Liberty Mutual either. I don't even belong to them. They be sending me emails. I don't know. Every time I do, man, I got 44,000 hungry emails in my Yahoo.
Actually, take Janet's microphone.
Alright. Talking about the Washington football team. Did you check? You good? All right. Talking about the Washington football team, and a certain local radio station had a so-called received a 130-page document from the NFL about the investigation into the whole sexual allegations, and they put a tweet out that it was recommended that the NFL should force Daniel Snyder to give up the team. If you were on social media, blew up like crazy. Our source with True Radio Network and Sports on the Hill podcast hit me up, told me that, the NFL was pushing back on it. Don't run with it. My folks ain't the park ain't told me nothing, so we didn't touch it. A few hours later, They started taking down tweets and retracting things because the NFL wouldn't confirm it.
Yep.
And they put some of the tweets back up, but obviously it's going to be one way or the other. We spoke about it when it first happened and came out that the only way that Daniel Snyder would give the team up is if the league forced him out, but that would be 75% of the owners would have to vote to force him out, kind of like in the NBA with Donald Sterling when he had to give up the team. So it's hilarious how some of these folks, especially folks that shouldn't be on the radio, I'm never going to name the show or the people because
Yeah, you are.
no, I'm not, because I'm
Why
not gonna. I'm not
It's at the
gonna.
bar. It's what we do.
I'm not gonna give him no more credibility. I done already went on him enough on Sports on the Hill.
Wait, you got those mics on.
Yeah, you know how to do it.
Dang, you about to be in stereo. They can hear you clear.
But yeah,
It's
that's
probably
what,
the only time they can ever hear you this clear. You gotta have
first
two
time for
mics.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Coming into your living room
Why
live.
you always put the mic further away from you?
Nah, I just pulled it closer. I don't want to pull the cord again because I don't want to start messing up again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just lean forward.
All right, cool.
You look like a lean back type of guy.
I am.
You know, like from the video, lean back. You look like you was part of that crowd. See, look at him.
So,
So you're not a fan of Jeff, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, I'm not a fan of somebody that tries to change the narrative and put out because they own a newspaper. Put out. I'm not saying that, like I said, the allegations weren't false, but the whole trying to link Daniel Snyder to it, you know, like in a 6 degrees of separation sort of way, and it was never linked to him, but getting all the rumors and stuff going out. I mean, I understand he's the richest man in the world, and you know he feels like he can do whatever he wants. I mean, he does whatever he wants. I know he took a dude's chick, and you know, yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to have a dome stadium, you know, for it to be back in DC or maybe the RFK site. I mean, that'd be cool, but I mean, I don't have the same bad attitude towards Daniel Snyder as most fans do. Like I said, he came in, his first impression, yeah, he was a dickhead.
Yeah.
He's running the team like a fantasy football team. He was just
Maybe
talking
that's
about
why you
making money.
like them.
No, I
Or
mean,
you're okay with them.
no, I'm okay with him
You
now.
with yourself.
If I was a billionaire, I could see myself being a dickhead. But you got to think about it. He's been rich his whole life.
let's say it again, because I think that's a news flash.
Exactly. Everybody already know. If I was a billionaire, y'all know I'd be a dickhead. So I mean,
Because you already. Never mind.
exactly.
I'm sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
broke and I'm still a dickhead. But to me, I'm not saying he's the best owner, but all he's done is open his wallet and said, "What do you need to win?" Unfortunately, you know,
It hasn't worked though.
I mean, now with him having a true football coach and a football mind in there, and to see the way that they're changing the culture and bringing in football people to work with the same objective, no slights, no nepotism, no, oh, well, he was here under the old regime, so he's doing this. They've basically redone the whole front office this off season.
So wait, you don't think the whole time he's been the owner that he had that? Because there were times where the claims were that he didn't allow them to do their job.
Yeah, that in his past, yeah, because he would put people in place that shouldn't be there.
So
But
would you say that the change was primarily him? That
Well-
when he does have the good people in those positions, because he had good people at one point.
yeah, he had it several times. Everybody brings up Marty Schottenheimer. Excuse me, Joe Gibbs when he came back, but Joe Gibbs left after the whole Sean Teller thing. He told
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta address that.
already.
I think he should run this by us before he addresses it, because I swear,
Somebody put a
He be-
disclaimer up in my
I
text.
promise you, he got the guns in his hands, blazing, ready to go all the time.
We ain't even got through the sports report yet. He ready to go.
Right, like what?
Sometimes it's sad because
Because it's probably a misunderstanding. I promise
so,
you it is.
so Sergeant Q, my man, I think this is your boy. And then he put like cut the music. Tupac was better.
What? Wait, what happened? We talked about Tupac today?
My man.
Bruh.
Who's that? You said who?
My boy Sergeant Q, his people. I think it's one of his people.
Tupac was
Named Rainy is Ezekiel or some shit. I don't know. Sound like a Spanish foot disease.
my boy Sergeant Q, his people.
Rice and beans.
Named,
But you know, he's like cut the music. Tupac was better.
Oh,
And
okay.
then he spelled music and cut like really like you know.
He might be one of those special needs people, man. You know, sometimes they get on live feeds and just start pushing keys. Yeah. He might just be pushing keys and don't know what he pushing. Who knows? But yeah,
So
The whole Washington football team. I'm gonna move forward as like I said, we're gonna talk about that more on Sports in the Hill tomorrow night. And just want to mention in the NHL, if you watched the Capitals game, was
Yes.
it last night?
Yes.
And my man Tom Wilson, he's one of the most feared guys in the NHL. Now he has offensive skill and he has size and speed and he can drop the gloves and throw hands. Last night it was after what happened, it was a heated exchange in the corner trying to get the puck, and Wilson was coming in for the forecheck, and he got some. He was coming in from about a good 20 feet out, so he had some speed coming in. Now the dude he was about to forecheck against the glass is like 6'5". Wilson is 6'4", like 250.
Right.
This dude was like 6'5", like maybe 220. So when he saw Wilson coming, he kind of cringed, and Wilson was coming straight in with reckless abandon, like I'm about to put this through the glass.
You probably had a moment.
Oh, bruh, I was like, because I saw it coming.
It was kind of fun.
It was because he hit him so hard that he bounced off of him, and it was like dude had a delayed reaction. He was like, boom, and then he like, oh, and just fell like 2 seconds later because no doubt he probably had a concussion.
It was like movie.
But because of Tom Wilson's reputation around the league and being suspended for some, yes, he did have some questionable hits early in his career where he was hitting high. But he was fine because at that time he was just the goon for the team that would drop the gloves, and he was on the fourth line, which is the bottom line that really doesn't get that many minutes a game, and he would end up going out there when somebody would try to intimidate.
He's the one that you used to fight.
Yeah, so
he's like the CP3.
He was because they have that in hockey.
Yeah, you're allowed. You got.
You're not a hockey player.
I could never skate, man.
You can legally hit somebody.
Yeah, I could never skate, bro.
I mean, honestly, if you could skate, I could see that.
Yeah, I love hockey. Hockey is a hell of a sport.
I could see you out there fighting. It's not even about the game. Like,
yeah, I just couldn't ice skate, man.
That would be the primary.
That's why I love the game so much. I know I can't do it, so that's why I appreciate it so much. But needless to say, because of his reputation, he received a 7-game suspension because of the hit. And the ironic thing is, during the game, it wasn't even called for a penalty. And the referees actually huddled up and said, no, it wasn't a penalty. But because the coach of the opposing team, mind you, when he got that, after that play, coming out the next period, he got into a fight because when, they feel like it was a dirty hit, you're going to pay. That's why I say I love hockey, because there's no politics. If the refs don't call it, somebody can get even.
They're gonna get you later.
They got a big dude that fights, and he called out Wilson. Wilson dropped the gloves, got some good looks in, and they got a 5-minute major, which is what they do in hockey. When you fight, they put you a 5-minute major.
Timeout.
You go to the penalty box for 5 minutes.
You go to timeout.
And then people are going to. And in that time, Boston scored 3 goals unanswered because the game before, Washington beat them 2-1 in the shootout.
Right.
It was a hell of a game. If you watch the game, we did a live post game after, and it was a beautiful game. It was like a playoff game. But things got physical in that game. Then the coach for Boston went on a whole little tirade saying it was a dirty hit, it was a cheap shot, it needs to be investigated because of Wilson's reputation and because everybody hates him because he's not on their team. If they were on his team, they would love him, just like we do as Capitals fans. But he had they gave him a 7-game suspension,
which is outrageous.
It's bullshit. Even Alex Ovechkin went on the show and said that it was bullshit because even the ref said that it wasn't a penalty that was on the ice. It was a clean hit.
It was just he got the best of it.
He just put him through the fucking boards, and it's a man's game. So Wilson, I just saw before we went on the air, Wilson's not going to appeal it, so his 7-game suspension started in about 27 minutes when they dropped the puck versus Philly. I just remember they played Philly tonight, 7 o'clock. So
I'm glad I don't have to do that part today, because one week you missed that. You missed the sports, and I had to do it. That's okay. I'm glad you're here to do it today. Yeah, you don't remember that?
That was been last week, man. I told you I was done.
Long ago.
Man, messing man at the bar, man. At the bar.
CP3.
Yes, sir.
I've never seen fear in your eyes until Janet reached into her purse.
Yeah, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, dog.
You never seen a bottle like this?
No,
CP3.
I never go in that section.
Lady Antoinette walked in here, and you know, CP3 is still recovering from last week from
Yeah.
1738.
Yes, I am.
And then she pulled out his kryptonite.
It's gonna stay in that bottle too.
What? No, it's
Well,
not.
it ain't going in my cup.
Why? You should at
I've
least
already
taste
started.
it.
I've already started drinking brown.
It's yummy.
She pulled out that bottle of 1800.
Mango.
The size of that joint, man.
It's
And
mango.
CP3 looks scared as shit.
Like, what
It's
is
like you
that?
heard the Jaws music, man. Dun, 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 dun.
Who walks around with this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who walks around? Who just pulls that out and like it's a party? Like what? Like,
Oh, but you can do that with 1738.
that's different. Look how that bottle door
Well,
set.
because 1738, 1800, it should be more, right? According to the
That's
numbers.
your drinking logic. I'm gonna see.
According to the
Yeah,
numbers,
that's your drinking
it
logic
should be
kicking
more.
in. See that's the ex-bartender logic. Don't try to sell me on no drink. Talking about this should be more. Go ahead and take a drink.
It's perfect.
Next thing you know,
Yummy.
woo.
So Lady Antoinette, aka the pull-up queen.
Yes, yes.
What's been going on with you?
Nothing.
What?
But I will say something. But it is Women's History Month.
That it is.
And to piggyback off of CP3 talking about the sports, we have a black woman as an official in the NFL. I'm surprised CP3 ain't talk about that, you know. And she cute.
I haven't
And
had
she's
a
from
chance.
Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance. I saw like a quick picture, quick snapshot. Yeah, we did we mention it? I don't think we was probably gonna mention it tomorrow night in our news and notes.
You gotta mention it because it is Women's History Month.
I will.
And that's history.
Well, I
And
was
also,
gonna do a
you know,
pop-up show.
CP3, the female boxer, she got a 4th belt in 2 different weight classes.
Amen.
Yeah, we trying to get Paul the boxing guy back on his schedule. It's hectic with his army of kids, and trying to get him on with our show starting later.
Yeah, but she just made history last night.
Yes.
Okay, I missed
Yeah,
it.
you missed the fights though, the UFC fights.
Yeah, I'm not really a UFC fan. That's why we have Paul the boxing
I
guy.
don't understand. How can the most violent dude I know?
Because I seen some stuff, man, and I got a photographic memory. Some of those leg breaks and shit when they be trying to kick, that shit fucked my
So
head
let me
up,
say
man.
this. I
can't
want to
watch
give
that
a
shit.
shout out to Trevin Jones, 5-star Jones. And he is out of Guam. He's a family friend. He won his fight last night.
Oh, shoot.
Congrats.
We definitely need to get him on there. Yeah. So tell us about the sweatshirt you got on.
Okay, so I mentioned to you guys a couple times about distillery opening up soon in Southern Maryland. So I have a sweatshirt. I'm a founding member. The Free State Distillery. You guys look them up on Instagram. Follow them. You can see their process. They're wonderful. They're capturing all their moments and you know, as far as opening. So that's pretty cool to see. You know, what they have to go through to open up a distillery, and it's close to home. So yeah. So I'm a founding member. So you know, Lady Antoinette will be on the wall when they open, and I'll be at their opening ceremony. So that should be really cool when it happens, because you know, obviously because of COVID, things are kind of up in the air when it comes to certain things. Yeah.
So that's what coming to America.
So, I purposely haven't watched it yet. I want to get everybody's views.
So let me just tell you, like, the first time I watched it.
So wait, you watched it twice already?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, gotcha.
So, and this is how you have to watch it. So the first time I watched it
So let me just
thinking
tell
it
you,
was going to be as good as
the
coming.
first time I watched it.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched
Nah,
it.
but if when I do, I
So,
already
so you
know.
have to watch it. So the
So,
first time
it's
I
gonna-
watched it.
It has and here's the thing, it's not, but it's still entertaining.
That's what I
And here's the thing, you have to watch it as it is a sequel, but it's its own movie.
Right. I mean, it has to be after 30-something years.
Yeah, I mean, and
But it's still entertaining.
great. We look at
And here's the thing, you have to watch
black people
it
because we
because
complain
it's a
so
sequel,
much.
Right.
but
Right.
it's
We'll miss all the fact that this movie has in their entire
Yeah,
black
I
cast.
mean, and
hmm
great.
And
We look
And that's
at
already something to be
black people because we
happy
complain so
about.
much.
and we'll miss the positive
We'll
images,
miss all the fact that
you know,
this
the
movie
royalness and
has
stuff
given
like that.
entire black
Um,
folks.
And then what it is that we put Coming to America on a pedestal.
And we'll
So
miss the positive image.
the expectation is unrealistic
You
for
know,
some of
the
people who watch.
royalness.
Yeah.
Like, really, I just watched Coming to America probably like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Actually, no,
And then
like
what
last
it is,
week.
I mean, I
we
have it
put
on
Coming to
DVD.
America.
So, I mean, it's Amazon Prime. I just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You know,
You are.
and it's one of those movies that's
Like, when I
iconic.
watched Coming to
The thing is,
America,
it's like listening to music.
actually, no, like
The
last
first
week.
time
So, I mean,
you hear that
Amazon Prime, I
Five
just
Night
boom,
album
you
from
know,
Jay-Z or Nas or something, and then the next album may be just as solid, but it's not the Five Night album.
Right,
the
right.
first time
And that's how I feel. Like
you hear that
people watch the Five Night movie or 5-star movie,
Jay-Z or
and they
Nas
want
or something,
Coming to
and the next album
America
may be
too
just as
to
solid,
be.
but
And one, it's a totally different generation.
Mhm.
And that's how I
Two,
feel like
you know,
people watch
to
the
even be
Five
the
Night
boldness
movie or
of even to
five-star movie,
go
and
back
they
and
want
try to do it,
Coming
we
to
have to
America
appreciate.
too to be.
And you know,
a
it's
totally
very
different
few
generation.
movies that we get to see
Two,
black people as kings.
you know,
I
to
mean,
even be the
the
boldness
same
of even
people who are
to
so pressed
go back and try
to
to do
go
that
see
and you know,
Black
it's
Panther
very few movies
in the
that
movie
we get to
theaters
see
dressing up
black people as kings.
are the same people who are shading this movie.
Yes.
You went to see Black Panther not knowing what to expect.
Yes.
I mean, real talk. I mean, we had high expectations. Now, it did meet our expectations, I will
Yes.
say. But the Coming to America franchise, whether you choose to watch it or not, whether you are 100% satisfied with the plot of the movie, you should still celebrate it to what it is. Coming to America literally has a culture. You have McDonald's across the country on Halloween or April Fool's Day. They will change their entire establishment to look like McDowell's.
Well, here's the crazy thing about that is, without Coming to America, there's no Black Panther.
There's no Samuel L. Jackson. There's no, well, Eddie Murphy, we still had him, but that was one of his movies that just really
There's no
amplified his
Lion
career.
King.
There's no nothing. You're right, because the mother and father in Coming to America joined forces again for Lion King. So you're right.
So and also the crazy thing is, which I didn't even know. After researching this from because the woman who played Eddie Murphy's mother in the original Coming to America, she passed away in '95.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
So and also the crazy
Her and
thing
John
is,
Amos
I
was
didn't,
the
I
married
didn't
couple.
even know. After researching this from
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the woman
So, I mean,
who played Eddie Murphy's mother in the original
there's
Coming
no
to America
way
passed away in '95.
any movie can deal with
Her and
that
John
much
Amos
richness
was the
and history.
married couple
Yeah.
in Roots.
It really Coming to America made a lot of people, and I feel based off of
There's no
seeing
way
who was in Coming
Any
to America
movie
too,
can deal with
that
much
alone
richness
to
and
get all these people back together,
Was good accomplishment.
right? So celebrate the culture around it, surrounding the movie.
I just think you have to go in with just with open ears and stuff. When I watched it the second time, I felt better.
Right.
You know, when I watched it the first time, I went to sleep. I thought it was boring.
Yeah, I
And
wouldn't.
and because I was just like,
I think you have to go in with just with.
I
with
watched it
open
the first time
ears
thinking-
and stuff. When I watched it the second time, I felt better.
first of all, I watched it the first time with an attitude. Like, this ain't gonna be as funny as the first time. So when you automatically say that,
Yeah.
you know, you automatically
The
doing
first
the
time
movie.
thinking,
Yeah.
And the second time I watched it with
I
an
watched
open
it the first time with
heart.
an
And the thing, but once again, black people, we are the most ungratefulest people.
You ain't lying, because you know how many black people I saw posting about Bird Box?
and the second
Exactly.
That
time I
movie
watched
was
it, I watched
That movie
horrible.
was trash. That movie,
And they got
that movie was. That
they
movie was
watched it, and I mean a lot of people were praising it, and it was
Boy,
terrible.
I never
Girl,
got through. I never
that
got through
movie
the
was
whole thing.
trash.
I didn't either. I couldn't do it.
That movie was like watching a trash can hit on your wall. That shit was garbage.
Eventually, I saw the whole movie, but I had to
I
watch it
didn't
in
even watch
pieces.
that movie.
I
I
never
had to watch
watched
it
the
in
whole.
pieces. I never watched it all the way through.
I never finished
I
watching.
thought it was like this. I looked at my sister as she watched this crap, and I was just like, this is why. This is why.
Right, but you can't sit down and support your culture with an open mind.
But
I mean-
but here's the thing. And the funny thing is, it's
I
not,
thought it was like
when you
this. I
see
thought- I
people
looked at my
posting
sister
how
last
bad,
night,
how much they
and I was
dislike
this is
Coming
why
to
this
America
is why you
2
think
is,
it's gonna be done.
it's not white people,
And
it's blacks.
But here's
folks
the thing.
just,
And the funny
they-
thing
I'll
is,
take
it's
Coming to
not-
America
when
too.
you see people
I mean,
posting
it-
how
And I'll
bad,
celebrate
how
that
much they
culture
dislike
versus
Coming
the
to
Bird
America
Box culture.
2 is,
I mean, but
it's
the
not
thing
white
is,
people.
they don't. Most of them that post that didn't even see the first.
Exactly.
What?
And something that's what I've seen.
Oh,
is
if you ain't
mostly-
seen the first one,
Yeah.
you
No,
just
no,
said
they
older
seen
than.
first.
I mean, most. I
No,
mean, not
most
I ain't
of
gonna
But no,
say
I mean,
most.
no,
I'll
some
say some.
people. I know
Most
some
of them.
people who have not seen the first
Yeah.
one, but they're not commenting saying the second one was bad.
Yeah, I've seen. Well, that's what some folks I've
The
seen.
90% of the
don't
people who are posting it have seen the first
do.
one.
Oh, okay.
And they have the unreal expectations.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't. You gotta go. Like I said, you gotta go into with your eyes
So,
open.
but
90% of the people who are
you
posting
know,
it,
since I was bored and I was
and
actually,
they
after I
have
watched Coming to America,
they have these
I was like,
other-
okay, you know, let me rewatch some other sequels.
Mhm.
You know, because very rarely do you see a sequel that's better than the
You know,
original.
since I was
Mhm.
born,
Like, in my opinion,
actually, after I watched
Empire
Coming to
Strikes
America,
Back because the villain
I was like,
way
okay,
better
you
than
know,
Star
let me
Wars.
rewatch some other sequels. You know, because very rarely.
See, I gotta how to dispute it with the Godfather and Godfather 2.
Empire Strikes Back because the villain.
So wait, you think Godfather 2 is better than Godfather?
That's a tough one.
Only because of the cast. You had De Niro, Brando, and Pacino all in one movie.
Right, but I say I
And
feel
the
like
whole-
The Godfather is like such a classic movie.
It is a classic, but I think the second.
But here's the thing. We were talking about like Friday. Like I had a young lady that worked with me. She said that she thought Friday number the last Friday.
The last one.
Huh?
Yes, and
Oh no.
What?
was better. She said, you know, wait a minute, it's a different age gap.
Yeah.
I was about to
But
say,
even
yeah.
still, looking at what, nah. I mean, but the last one did have, if you're young, the cast is more appealing to you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even I like the second Friday.
Yeah.
And
Next
it's
Friday,
funny.
oh hell yeah, with Day
It's funny, it's
Day.
funny, but it's not the first one. When you look at it as its own movie,
Yeah, it's
it's
hilarious.
a hilarious
Right.
movie.
No
I
doubt.
enjoyed the watch. You know, but we just have to get out of that.
Well, I mean,
man.
if you look at it, all right, so you have a lot of different franchises that were big. Like if you look at the Home Alone franchise, once you get to the last one, it wasn't even Macaulay
Yeah.
Culkin, the other little boy.
Yeah.
Nah, but Home Alone 1 and then Home Alone 2, it's like those are classic movies on their own.
House Party 1 was so funny as hell. House Party 2 was
It was okay. It was okay.
House Party 3 should never been made.
No, that wasn't
That was
even
just
them.
that was just made to get some money.
It should never made. They should shoot the first movie.
I think they still doing those joints straight to video.
They should do this.
I think they did do like a 4 straight to video.
They did like from what I saw, it's like 6, 7 of them joints.
I don't know.
That didn't make it. They just like went straight to
Hey,
video
let me
or
tell y'all
DVD.
something. My kids are Toy Story kids.
Oh yeah,
My
Toy Story.
son said there shouldn't have even been a 4.
Yeah, they should.
They,
Oh, the fourth one.
they had a Toy Story 4.
I think I did.
That
see
wasn't that
boy.
long ago.
I know. I think I saw it. That joint was alright.
Now, if you look at the time frame between the first one and the fourth one,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, why? Y'all still
But
here.
you still got some of that dry humor, man. That shit still be funny, man.
Well, we're not looking at that no more. So,
I know, right? Well, no. Update.
okay.
Uh-oh.
Hasbro said after they received a lot of backlash, even from the LGBTQ community. They were like, we ain't asked.
We're not gonna
Leave Mr. Potato Head alone.
So they're debating to keep him out there, and I'm like, whatever. They should have just made a baby, and then I'm trying to tell you, if they would have made a potato baby, and my son laughed at me because I was like, they should have made a little baby, called it Small Fry.
Call it Spud.
And something, and then just kept it moving. People would have bought the little baby. They bought little baby Yoda. I mean, they gonna buy little baby potato
They
head.
had Yoda everywhere.
Right.
So earlier, I was bored, so I was watching another movie. So
Yeah, they probably would.
I had the god awful feeling for some reason. I haven't watched this movie in like 15 years. But it's a comic book and I watched Blade Trinity.
You said who?
Blade Trinity.
Oh.
So
The Wesley Snipes joint?
yeah, so that movie. What about this? What I'm about to tell you.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
This is the top 10, top 15 whack ass comic book movie Part one.
So,
Oh Lord.
yeah,
Oh,
so
The first
Let me
one,
grab my
what
drink.
about this? What I'm
Blade Trinity. This is trash.
Yeah, I couldn't
I mean, the
watch
first one was good, but
The
that
first
second
movie,
one,
the
First
first
one
Blade
was
on
good.
point.
Second
The second
one,
Blade,
and
it
yeah,
was
that,
that third Blade, wow.
I don't even remember the plot to that. Like, if
It
I
was-
watched it right now, it's like watching it all over again
The
If
because
third
you
one
watch it
had-
right now, you
it didn't sink in my brain.
You-
the third one had Norman Reedus in it. I remember because he just started coming
I'm
out
glad
being
you
big.
remember. I don't remember
it was
anything
it was
about that
awful.
movie.
It was trash.
It was different.
Trash.
It
Okay,
was
so
trash,
that,
but it was
that
different.
Blade is like number 10. Is that what you're saying?
No, Blade's number one.
Number one.
Yeah, Blade Trinity's
No, I
number one.
don't believe that. I don't
So-
understand. It's some trash.
No, I'm gonna go down on this. We can rearrange it later, but I'm gonna go down.
But
this
no,
list.
I'm just saying. I know some
And
other
it's
ones.
some other ones that are way worse.
Mhm.
Number two, Wonder Woman 1984.
I mean, my kids.
Boring movie,
listen.
bad
I'm
villain.
gonna go down the list. We can rearrange.
Green
it.
Lantern.
Go down this
Yeah, I
list.
heard that.
This movie, I tried to watch 10 minutes of it, and it had the worst CGI and storyline ever.
Green Lantern, and I thought that was gonna be so good, and I watched it.
And
And
it
it was
sucked like
like,
hell.
Green Lantern.
Number four was X-Men number 3, it was rushed. It was trash. Number 5 is X-Men Dark Phoenix, it was just trash.
yeah.
Number 6, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. When he fought the nuclear man. Like,
Yeah.
it was bad.
Yeah.
The 80s was just a bad time for superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of DC Comics, number 7 has to be the Justice League. Everything about
I
this
still
movie.
haven't watched this.
Well, don't. It's a waste of your life.
Honestly, no. Watch it. Watch it.
Because I'm not a comic book person, so I don't know all the flaws.
Okay,
and
so
stuff.
question: have you watched any of the Marvel?
Oh yeah, I love the Marvel.
Okay, then you're going to watch Justice League because you'll understand the difference between
You know,
the
good
two.
movie, and
Because
Well-
Marvel movies, they are on point. If you don't follow the comics, you can still watch a Marvel movie and be blown away.
yeah,
If you watch Justice League, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this it."
yeah, basically.
At the end of the movie, you're gonna be like, "Oh,
So, following
Done.
Justice League, number 8 would be Batman versus
there
Superman.
you go."
And the plot. The fact that the movie ended because Batman and Superman had, their mother had the same first name.
Yeah, that was it.
Martha.
That was it.
Yeah.
That ended the fight.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's Martha.
I
What
thought
Martha?
that I heard that. I thought they said that was a good movie. I thought that's what they said.
Okay, let me tell you the best part of that movie.
The credits.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
That's not even her movie.
but she made the movie.
She was the best part of the movie. When any scene she was in made the movie 10 times better than what it was before.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it was a good movie. It just means that her part brought it. So as trash as that movie is, if she wasn't in it, it would have been worse.
This other movie you probably never heard of, but it was garbage. It was back during the like 90s and 80s.
Yeah.
It's called The Toxic Avenger. It was just crappy.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The dude was in like a rubber suit,
Uh-huh.
and it was supposed to be like
This other movie
acid
you
school
probably
in his
never heard
body,
of
but it was like clearly a rubber suit. It was really terrible. Then they tried to make a cartoon out of it.
I didn't see the cartoon. Didn't know about the cartoon.
I almost choked. It was a rated R movie that they tried to make it to a kid's
Yeah,
cartoon.
why?
But then again, they tried to make Rambo to a kid's
Then they
cartoon
tried to
too.
make a cartoon out of it.
I did not
The
know
80s and
that.
90s was just a really weird
I
time.
mean, yeah.
They used
I mean,
man.
we
It was.
doing a lot of
And you can still smoke inside. And you can still smoke cigarettes indoors.
So, of course, we got Birds of Prey.
The 80s and 90s were just really weird.
Then we have the George Clooney, Batman and Robin. Like everything, they had Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. He was
Mhm, I
horrible.
remember.
Bane.
Birds of Prey.
Mm-mm. Just like, just like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Honestly, the last Batman that I really liked was the first one that we know.
Bane.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yes,
that one.
that's what I'm saying. That
Yeah,
was
Jack
the
Nicholson.
only Batman that I can
The
really
Dark
acknowledge.
Knight was hot.
Right, but
It was
the
the Joker.
yeah, I had to have Jack in there as my Joker. I can't. No,
Yeah,
that was the
because
best
the one
one.
with Jared Leto, he wasn't really in that joint. That
It was a Joker.
he didn't really speak that much of it.
So, the last Fantastic Four movie,
Oh,
Michael B. Jordan, thank God he played Killmonger.
yeah.
It was,
We didn't need him.
I never
to
watched that
only
one with
be
him
in
in
that
it.
one. It's on Disney Plus.
it is so
They
terrible.
snuck it on Disney Plus. I was
I was so
scrolling.
mad.
Yeah.
What?
I was listening to my subscription. I was like, what the fuck? Like, Let me tell you how bad this movie was.
Oh Lord.
When I could not sleep at night, I would just put the movie on.
I was so mad.
But that's another
And
movie
it took
though.
like 6 months for me to watch it because I had to watch it during the daytime.
Yeah,
Because
you gonna go to sleep.
yeah, because it was that it was
boring.
terrible.
But see, here's the funny thing. When it came back on Disney Plus, I was like, what? What is this on the? I said, I remember seeing the movie. I remember saying that it sucked, but I don't remember what the movie was. So I rewatched it. And I was like, for real? Michael B. Jordan's part was so empty. It was just
Yeah.
what? But I mean, at the same time, he was not the Michael B. Jordan we know now.
That's true.
He was still
And
off
it was
the Wire type of fame.
It was
you know?
directed from the guy who did the movie, was it Chronicles? And that movie was very dark. And he tried to do something dark with the Fantastic Four. So you know what you complicate it. The Fantastic Four is called Marvel's first family.
Yeah.
So when we talk darkness, we talk X-Men. When we talk darkness, we talk Avengers. We don't talk darkness with the first fucking family of Marvel. When they put out the original Fantastic Four cartoon, they took the Human Torch off.
Yeah.
And they put a robot because he was on fire and they didn't want to kill to light himself on fire.
Yeah.
That's how protected they are. And then they got a dude who made a dark comic book like movie to try to make a Fantastic Four movie.
But it was so dark that it became boring.
Yes.
And it was just like
It's great though.
it was tragedy after tragedy, and then it was just so sad. And it was just like, are you kidding?
Reed Richards is the smartest man in the world, and the whole movie he's running away from everybody.
And it's if anything, it's gonna make you depressed. It's a brown liquor movie.
Yeah.
Hold up, don't think ain't nothing about
I'm just saying that's what brown brings you down, right? No.
So we gotta go. So the other one after that Fantastic Four is Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh man.
You thought that was bad?
Did you see it?
Did you see it?
Like I said, I'm not a comic book guy.
But
so
did you see it?
Yeah, it was
First
entertaining.
of all,
What?
okay.
You need to watch more Marvel movies.
First of
because-
all-
I mean,
I'm sorry, MCU. You need to watch Marvel Cinematic.
So here it is. Galactus is the world devourer. In that movie, that nigga's the Cloud.
Okay.
A cloud.
First of
A
all,
cloud. Just imagine. Somebody comes to get you to beat the bully of the school, and this nigga's a cloud.
in that movie, that nigga's a cloud.
You gonna fight him? You gonna fight him?
square up, nigga, square up.
Just imagine.
Now this one pains
Somebody
me.
comes to get you to beat the bully of the school.
This movie pains me to say because, as you can see, the Incredible Hulk is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
However, that first Incredible Hulk that had the Incredible Hulk poodles,
This movie pains
first of all, the movie was
me
trash.
because, as you can see,
Then to have Incredible Hulk poodles, not even pit bull niggas,
however,
poodles,
that first
poodles.
Yep.
that had the Incredible
That's the one when he was jumping all over the earth and shit.
First of all, the movie was trash.
I just remember the fucking poodle.
He was jumping from like building to building, and it was like then he got more powerful and was jumping state to state. I watched it was the one with Eric Banner. The joint was bad.
Yeah, it was Eric Banner. Yeah.
I remember it was some crazy.
I was like, what?
Because it was some crazy shit that started
But
happening.
here's
I
the
was like,
thing. Let me tell you the funny thing. So
That movie was trash.
when the last Avengers came out, a lot of people right before it came out, they put out these lists so that you can watch all of the MCU movies in chronological order.
They have it on
I
Disney
did
Plus.
too.
Yeah.
And so with that said, they included that second Hulk movie,
But not the first.
not the first one.
Yeah, no, they don't.
So, but it's crazy because as I was trying to tell my dad, I was like, hey, watch all of these in order. And he was like, but this the second Hulk. Where's the first one? So I sat down and I watched the second Hulk with him. And I was like, you know what, you probably would. Some of the stuff he didn't understand because he didn't see the first Hulk movie. So you kind of gotta watch it if you want to know that whole storyline that they're trying to go
the one
with.
with Eric, the one with Edward Norton.
Right, but I'm saying you gotta watch both of them.
Oh, you gotta watch.
Because when you watch the second one and you're trying to incorporate the Hulk and his role, and then you see the second one, it's like certain parts of it. He's asking me questions, I'm giving him answers, and I'm like, you probably should have seen the first one.
Just say no.
Right, but But the only reason why I would recommend watching the first one is just so that you can understand what's going on in the second one
Just
with
watch 10 minutes of
that
it.
character. Because
Just say no.
otherwise, I'm not telling anybody to watch it for entertainment.
It's not entertaining at all. Like
I
watching
mean,
paint dry. It's
right?
so emotional.
It's not that kind. And honestly, even the second one was kind of yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of. But him, the fight with him in Abomination, he finally says, "Hope smash." That was my favorite part.
I mean, but that's because you're a fan and
Yeah.
you want to hear him say that.
Yeah,
You know, that's kind of like,
it's like when Godzilla splits the hot flame. You're like, yes.
or when we saw Thor flying and with the lightning and
Yeah.
you know, like yes, you know, they're
Yeah.
finally showing him the way he should be.
Like
You
in the first
know,
one, when he finally gets Mjolnir back, and he's
Right.
you know, he's getting beat by the destroyer, and then he finally gets the hammer and he starts whooping ass. He's
Right.
like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's like when he in the Avengers movie when
Yeah.
he came back and he was lit all the way up.
Yeah.
You know, so and the people were clapping and everything, and so there are certain things that you attach to certain characters. Cool, but when it comes to Hulk, I mean, unfortunately, they haven't really developed him the way that they
The
should.
problem is that he's still owned by Sony,
Yeah.
and they can only use him to a certain way. Thor Ragnarok was actually supposed to have been the Planet Hulk movie, but at the last minute, Sony decided to change it. Man, the Planet Hulk storyline was great,
Yeah.
and it would have changed the whole MCU because he would have came back with being World Breaker Hulk, and that motherfucker.
Did you watch Thor Ragnarok?
I watched all of them. I have 151. You know.
Well, you saw so on that planet he was there for a long time, so that's a missing piece of the
Yeah.
Hulk that we can't have right now.
So it's a missing piece because in the
Remember he
comic
was
book
on that
story that
planet
it's based
fighting?
on,
Oh yeah. See, I watched them all
And he
like
was
back
the
to
Hulk
back to
the
back.
whole time.
yeah, and in the story in the comic book, he not only he's on that planet like fighting as the water would do, he takes over the planet.
Oh, shit.
And
Yeah.
it's real deep.
Like
They couldn't
and
do
you
it.
saw on Thor Ragnarok when he got there, Hulk was like the man.
Man, yeah.
You know, he was running things. You know, like
Takes over the planet.
nobody could beat him. They treated him like a god. They had like Hulk Day type of things.
Yeah.
Remember, they were running around with their mask and all that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a big piece that we missed because
Because of that.
because he's still owned by. I mean, just like with Spider-Man. I don't know if you know the story behind Spider-Man and them trying to get
I know it's an
Spider-Man
old
back.
Rakuten joint.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's because
He's on by Sony.
Sony
Yeah, I remember
had
you
their
telling me all the
movies
stuff.
here, and then I think they finally got
They
him.
they have a joint venture with Sony.
Yeah.
So and then it was almost where this last Spider-Man wasn't going to be in the MCU, but they fixed it.
Yeah.
So
The one
and
with the young kid.
the last of this worst ass
But
movie.
he's supposed to be young.
Yeah, when Spider actually started was like 15.
And it was
Yeah.
almost
And then,
where this last Spider-Man wasn't going to be in the
we got
MCU, but they
the
fixed it.
MCU got
So,
X-Men
and
back, so hopefully they
The
can
last
Yeah,
of
that's
his
gonna be-
worst
they can
ass
fix
movies.
that.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be good when they fix that.
Yeah, I was watching it. I used to watch all that.
Did you
Um,
watch WandaVision since you watched all them other shows?
Nah,
But,
All them other
but wait a minute,
movies?
before we even get to
I just wanted to
WandaVision,
know
let
if
me
you
just
watched
name
it.
this last ass
That's gonna be
person.
great. That's gonna
This
be
last
great.
movie.
What is
This
it?
last movie was the worst movie
Ever?
probably. And the sad part is it has an
Wait,
Oscar
before we
on it.
before we even get to WandaVision, let me just
Oh,
name this
all right.
I know, I know what
And the
you're about
villain,
to
the
say.
villain superpower was I think she put on makeup.
movie
I know what you're about to say.
The outfit
And the
was
sad part is it has
Yeah, I know where you're going.
but that was like Eartha Kitt
So tell
had to
us.
be pissed
and
mad.
the villain.
So tell us. What,
We already
what-
know. We already
tell
know
us
what
what
it
movie
is.
it is.
I know what it is already. I'm not even
Cat.
exactly with Halle Berry fine.
That was like
Yeah, she couldn't even say that movie.
had to be
Yeah.
pissed
I don't know who wrote the script. There might have been 10, 12.
It was kind of
maybe 2.
weird. And honestly,
83.
her role, I mean, she did the best that she could given the
Given that
script.
movie sucked. But
But
to
it
her
was
credit
like
though,
a-
she showed up for
I don't know
harassment
who wrote the script. There might
Well,
have been
but
10,
I mean, it's
12,
even her
with
little
her Oscar.
fur was a little.
Everything sucked about that
I
movie.
was like, what in the world? Why is this
Even though it
random
was
fur
sucked.
in here?
But
Yeah,
You know,
it was
to her
terrible.
credit, though, she showed up for
It was
It was
harassment.
terrible. It was terrible.
I only watched because she was in.
With her eyes.
That's true. Most people only watch it because of
But,
Halle.
yeah, I mean that's what they did. They attached her name to it, and then it fucking sucked.
So Halle,
It was terrible.
got some people in here.
Now, WandaVision, which is really WandaVision started off really slow.
Yeah, I mean that's what they did.
It did. It was supposed to.
And I hated it. So the first episode, I got like halfway through, and I'm like, I ain't watching.
Nah, I knew where they were going. That's why I liked it.
And then I was bored, so then I watched the rest of it. And by the time you get to episode 3,
yeah, you in. You in.
They once you get to episode 3, it's like watching an Avenger movie. Everything after that is just you gonna wake up. If you watch it on Monday, you know the new episode don't come up for Friday. You gonna wake up every day looking for a new episode, and you know damn well that shit don't come to fucking Friday.
You gonna wake up if you watch it on Monday. You know.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did. It's over now, so you can just like watch all of them at one time. Because that one episode a week kind of made me
yeah.
See, I gotta go back because, like I said, I watched them all. I wasn't working at the time, so I watched them all back to back to back.
WandaVision takes place after Endgame.
Yeah, so you good.
No, I'm just saying the whole Wanda angle with the dude with the joint.
Let me say this. So Disney, what they did, because it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
what they did was they have what they call Legends. And so they gave you a brief little, since you've already seen all the movies, watch Wanda on Legends and then watch Vision. It's like 7 minutes a piece.
And they basically tell you what.
And it runs you back through. It kind of triggers your memory as far as both characters. Yeah. So watch that. And then of course Winter Soldier, the next show is coming on. So the first two are Wanda and Vision. So watch those two to watch WandaVision. The next show you would watch the next two parts of Legend 4. But it gives you a real good idea. It refreshes your mind, you know, as far as the storyline and everything. So you'll be good with that. Since you've already seen the movie.
Yeah, it was good.
So we got some crazy to talk about, and then after that we're gonna play some videos.
But hold up, well, the last entertainment news for all of my Dexter fans. There's supposed to be a reboot.
Yep.
Of because a lot of folks were unhappy with the way the show ended. I didn't have a problem with it. You know, he knew what he was. He didn't want his son to grow up to be a psychopath. So, yeah. I mean, he gave it to a crazy chick that was killing people. But, I mean, he's in a better place.
That's something you would do.
I mean...
He's in a better place. Wait, first of all, it sounds like he did. He did. He's in a better place. That's weird, but yeah.
But they're doing a reboot, and if you follow Dexter, I'm a diehard fan, you know, kind of relate on too many different.
So are you guys happy about all these reboots that we're getting? Like Coming to America, so we talked about that. Mm-hmm. You got Dexter coming up. You also have The Best Man. They're about to do a show.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be a limited show, so I don't think it's going to be like an ongoing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I was listening to the radio that said, yeah, they're going to have try to have the whole cast back.
But you can't have the one person. But if she is on there, it's just going to be like flashbacks.
Yeah.
I never watched The Best Man.
Of course, it's happy.
You need to watch The Best Man. It's 2 of them because they did the reboot for the second movie. But it was a really good movie. You should watch it.
Isn't that a Tyler Perry thing?
What?
Isn't that Tyler Perry?
This is before Tyler Perry. Best Man? You know how long?
At that time, I don't know. At that time, I wasn't watching those. At that time, point in my life, I wasn't watching. Yeah, I wasn't watching those.
Wait, you said you was on the corner like you was a whole prostitute. You was on the corner.
Like you say, yeah, I had my own block. I had my own.
Well, okay. So that we are not talking about that because you tend to put yourself in situations. So we're not gonna talk about that. We just gonna talk about the fact that you need, for the culture, watch The Best Man.
There's certain movies I just can't watch.
No, you can watch The Best Man because there's some people in there that might remind you of yourself.
You can't watch The Best Man, but you watch Dexter.
Okay, here's the thing. Let me just tell you about this one character. There's one character. He has this overbearing girlfriend, right? He goes to his homeboy's bachelor party. The morning of the wedding, the overbearing girlfriend shows up. He breaks up with her as he's bringing the stripper from the bachelor party to the wedding. That sounds like something you'll do.
Yeah,
sounds like something you'll do. That's what happened in the movie.
In my past life, possibly something like that might have could have happened.
I mean, I've seen you bring a stripper to a function, a family function. So I just felt like, you know.
Was she inappropriate anyway?
What, the stripper?
Yeah.
What, the one that she brought to
Yeah.
No, well,
Okay.
she was a little ratchet, but
But she was. But
she was like, oh, he's crying. I was
Hey,
like,
look, we know how black people
Oh, well,
are. Strippers
Now,
are
don't
not.
try to say whether she was a stripper or not.
Uh-huh.
She didn't have to be ratchet.
Hey.
At least in the Best Man, he bought a stripper that was like in college.
Yeah.
You know, she was literally putting her weight.
She was in college.
So the lady
Strip out
is
of it.
Gorilla Girl woman impersonator.
Gorilla Glue woman. Mm-hmm.
Impersonator shut down by GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's pretty
After
sad.
posting a fake hospital bill.
But that's pretty sad. Here's the thing: that woman, the Gorilla Glue woman, the real one,
Yeah.
she done. I mean, people done talk so bad about her.
Yes.
She done
That's
went
why we
through.
did it.
She went through the wire. Okay.
Yes.
Then somebody comes behind
Yeah.
and decides to bank on that.
And says, oh,
Yes.
the hospital bill has not been paid.
Yeah.
But that was a lot because you know that she had a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
GoFundMe shut it down to investigate her first.
And said,
Yes.
oh,
So then I don't even know if she ever got her money from that GoFundMe. And then somebody comes around. So they're making it harder
For
for
her.
her.
Yeah. And she's already been through
Yeah.
enough. I mean,
And she even said, because you know, the doctor that did the doctor that did the surgery did it for free.
yeah.
Black guy,
And she
amazing
wasn't
doctor. Right. But he did it for free because at the same time that's gonna give him some publicity. So I understand that.
Yeah.
Because and then a lot of women are like, hey, he fine anyway. So you know, he didn't got more than enough publicity from doing the surgery. So he did it for free.
Cheeks.
Both of y'all terrible.
I'm just saying.
But then, okay, you got this imposter, you know, because she's saying that she wants to give her money donated to charities and different
She
things
had
like
a
that.
couple of families she wanted to help.
Yeah. So she wanted to do something positive, and then you have somebody on her coattail.
Doing something negative.
Terrible.
It's no surprise to me, man. It's you're
It's
gonna
no
have.
surprise, but like, when is this gonna stop? Though, for real.
I mean, you got folks that's gonna try to do anything to get over. If they think, they can get away with it, they're gonna try it. Just like at the dealership, we had some folks that try to commit fraud. You know, give us information that they don't think that they're gonna find out. And then 3 days later, they actually called them back to the dealership, and they're like, if you don't return the car, we're going to get the police involved.
Yeah.
You have 1 day. And like,
I mean, you know,
why do you think you're going to get away with it?
I mean, I can't go into detail, but my current position, I deal with fraud every day, and I'm talking about numerous cases of fraud. And you'll be surprised at the type of stuff that people try. It's ridiculous.
I worked in banking before, and I did retail for 20 years. I didn't see it about all.
I'm like, are you kidding?
I did cell phones. I would have people come in with green dot cards trying to buy.
Yeah.
You're like, you're planning to get 10 iPhones with my green dot card.
banking before, and I did retail for 20 years.
Never.
I didn't see
That's
it
it.
about all.
they do, and but it's terrible, you know. And like, I remember when so many people got laid off because of COVID, and you know, we had these bill after bill, you know, coming out to assist people who were no longer employed. And then I remember it was like a couple, and they got arrested because they had this whole thing going. They were getting the state unemployment, they were getting that extra federal unemployment, and I'm talking about they went into the millions. Like, what are you doing? And they were buying elaborate things too. Like,
I mean, the crazy thing is, there were people that, you know, dude was on Love and Hip Hop, and he took the PPE loan, and his business had closed down like 2 years ago. He filed, he got the money, and then he started posting pictures in Harlem.
yep,
He arrested now, but
yeah, he got arrested.
Hey, I don't understand.
and some good news though. Before we play this video, I don't know if it's good or bad. Jay-Z sold part of title. He's not the majority on the title now.
Yeah,
Sold it for $297 million in stock. In this what is it, electronic a tech company.
And he had another deal before that.
And we didn't talk about it. Last week he actually sold some half Ace of Spades to Moet Hennessy.
So meaning he's on the board now.
Yes.
We did
He's
talk about
he's
that.
on the
Last
board
week, he
for the
actually
company,
sold
Definitely.
and imagine it.
Ace of
So,
Spades.
That's
but,
crazy.
but that's
Yes,
how
he
you.
is. He's a businessman.
But that's how you make these moves and stuff like that, and you create stuff.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
See, come to my eye. Damn,
So-
some beautiful shit.
So we gonna play some
He's making
music.
a thug cry.
Some
We gonna
beautiful
play
shit.
some music, and when we come back, we gotta talk about this Tiny and T.I.
Yeah, y'all gotta fill me in on this. 'Cause I have no
Oh.
idea what's going
Bless
on.
their heart.
You should know if you live that lifestyle.
I wouldn't. From what I hear, they was chaining people up and doing.
You never chained a female up.
No, I don't get that freaky, man. I told you I don't do the belt thing around the neck either. That's too far. I choke you, but I ain't putting the belt right. It's too much.
He be oversharing.
We had this conversation. We said we was gonna talk.
Why
We
would he
said we was
ask
gonna
you
talk
one question?
because it always lead into something else, man. He has great questions that's open ended that makes you want to open up, man.
Shout out to Miller Farms for the donuts.
Yeah, we about to eat some more.
Shout out to them.
Alright.
Get the color back ready. Or the
Oh
color
shit, this is hilarious.
My face is full.
I know, that's why I don't know why. That's why Black is fooling you. I don't know if it's the glasses,
This is
baby.
for you. This is for you. You don't want none?
I'm about to grab
a
donut. No. There's like 4 red cups over there, and you get the.
I didn't see that.
It wasn't enough room in the cup.
No.
It wasn't enough room in the cup. This cup is bigger.
It was big. He was like, I ain't drinking that shit. Ain't getting me.
Why you don't want this?
Because I told you I ain't drinking that
It's
stuff.
good. It's mango. I usually get the peach, but they were
I gotta
sold
be to
out.
work earlier tomorrow. I got
What
to
the? This is
I gotta-
nothing. This is light.
I'm not messing with that stuff. I see that 1800 around me. I'm leaving that alone.
It smells good.
It was my
It smells
1738.
yummy. Oh, you said you gonna be here for the on Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm gonna take off.
Oh, so we should drink this Wednesday.
I'm gonna come over early and throw some food in the grill.
Oh,
It's supposed to be
amen.
light. It's supposed to be like 70.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna work Tuesday, my day off. I always work my day off
What
anyway.
time you gonna come?
Well, he said he get off at 3. I probably come around 2. Start getting the grill. Yeah, that's right. You said you off. That's right. Yeah, so I'll probably.
I'm
I ain't
off Wednesday, Tuesday.
Yeah, you gotta come through early.
I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. After that, I'm good.
I'll probably come through about 1, 2 o'clock. Probably grill up. Probably
So
grab.
you gonna get the powdered donut now? Okay.
It's gonna be after the show. Y'all didn't get me on camera with powder donut.
So we gonna say the powdered donut for Pookie. So which one you want? You want Oreo or Bavarian? Or no, Boston cream.
Hey,
That's what it is. Bavarian is the other.
that's impressive.
No, Bavarian. This is this one. This is the Bavarian with the you know, your donut Pookie.
Those are jelly donuts.
I don't know what it is.
Normally when they powder like that, it look like
No,
that jelly donut.
sometimes they powder it like that. It'll be cream. Sometimes they powder it and it's
That'll be jelly.
and it's fruit inside sometimes.
Oh, the fruit dumpling type thing.
What?
Kind of like a fruit dumpling. Where the fruit is on the inside and you know the dump. You ain't never had fruit dumpling before?
I had a fruit filling on a donut.
There's some fruit dumpling. Well, the Amish market they got. At least they used to. I don't know if they still do.
Which one you gonna get? Oreo.
That's the Oreo.
And that one right there is the Boston. You going to Boston? I really think this is the Bavarian. Don't give me a lie though.
What that mean?
Bavarian means it's cream on the inside. All right, go ahead, Pookie. Do your thing, Pookie. It is, I think. It still be good. He don't want me to look at him eat it.
You watching me eat my donut?
You think she gonna judge you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna judge him when he got powder all over his face. After he done, I ain't gonna tell him either. Yo, is your stream on?
Video.
But you got the camera off the sound.
Sounds still on.
can't say what I gotta say.
He could really setting you up.
We do be trying.
Hey. I told you my mic's always hot.
But then I'd be like, that nigga was whack.
Oh no, I ain't gonna say that. I don't have them problems in my life no more. I choose wisely. I can't be reckless in my life no more. Reckless had me at the police station with blood all over my jeans. Why you shaking your head at me, Stevie?
Because if I say that, I'm wrong.
I chose the wrong one. And the wrong one made me cut him.
Made you cut him.
If you 6'1", 240, and here I am 5'7", can't remember how much I weighed at the time, but it was nowhere near 240. I was a little old thing. When you trying to fight me, I gotta cut you.
Good.
Oh shit.
I thought you was about to get up. You forgot. Yeah, you need that. You have to be at the bar.
I was just looking at the time.
I did too. For Marty. For Marty. He got a manager.
He's supposed to be Keith.
Who was Keys? The one that was here last time?
Yeah.
Well, he know where we at, so he ain't got no excuse.
Oh.
Yeah, 720. How you date? He don't know that I am. Oh. Finally made it.
Okay, and we're back. You should hide a dead body down there.
I was putting
What?
away some incriminating.
Who
Never
are you?
mind.
Why your voice?
Never mind.
What?
Huh?
You should really try that. It's really good.
CP3, you should hide the dead body.
His famous last words.
It's good.
You should really try it. It's really good.
1600.
You'll be okay.
I mean,
It's good.
anyway.
It's mango.
Yeah,
Told you that lost 3 hours last time. I learned my lesson. I ain't fucking with
But what
y'all.
was you drinking? You said Patron though, right?
That was when he mixed that 151 with the Jim Beam.
Well, I hear nothing about 1800 in that conversation, so I don't understand the problem.
Fall for that shit twice.
Do you know what 151 is and Jim Beam?
Yeah, I do now.
Neither of them are 1800.
3 hours of lost life. I never
But
get
neither
back.
of them are 1800.
Did you spend $40 that night?
I think I spent 60. But I gave her a good tip.
But this has nothing to do
Was
with
it worth
that.
it, Jen?
Yeah, it was. So I remember that part.
You don't remember her name?
No.
This is a margarita.
I thought I did, but I think I lost.
This is a margarita.
I ain't never had a margarita before.
That's why you should drink it.
You didn't save another superhead? You know.
I got like 4 of those in there.
No number.
I'm sorry,
Track.
what?
Huh?
Yeah, for what?
You got 4 people under the superhead monitor?
Yeah.
Who has the best?
You didn't save another superhead? Usually, you get
Old Capitol Heights.
Old Capitol Heights. Oh, so you got old Capitol Heights and new Capitol Heights?
Well, I used to. I had a couple of Capitol Heights nights.
Who has the
Yeah, we
It
know
was a
this.
good neighborhood.
I bet it was.
Didn't you get lost in Capitol Heights?
Several times.
Them recently.
Um,
And more recent times.
Oh, I ended up around here one night. Yeah,
so speaking of boredom, let's talk about
Yes,
let's talk about Tiny and T.I.
that.
That's freaky horror right there.
Okay. Do you believe it?
I don't even know what the allegations are all the
Okay.
way.
Okay,
Speaking of
so
Gordon, let's talk about
the first allegation that I heard, the young lady said T.I. was gay.
T.I.
Oh shit.
Yeah. She said that they have their little sex parties and things like that,
Oh,
and
boy.
that they sleep around. Um, this young lady had said, "Oh, he paid all of us." What she say? It was some crazy number, 666 or 1,600. I'm like, why would he have to pay y'all? That didn't make any sense. Then she said, Tiny knew about it and did nothing, and that she was in another room sleeping with his homeboy or something. This was the first allegation. It was outrageous. Did not sound believable.
Okay.
Now we have more allegations
I heard
and
like,
more allegations.
like 11 or something.
Yeah, you have all the. So is it the same thing as like the Bill Cosby thing? That's how I'm looking at it, because the Bill Cosby thing came out with a strange, unbelievable allegation,
Yeah.
and then people got their stories together and kept coming, and here we are with T.I. and Tiny, and some of these are still outrageous.
Well, it started with the lady who, she was a friend of the family, and then she said that she got into an argument with T.I.'s assistant, and then T.I. pulled a gun in her face.
Mm-hmm.
So then she was getting people that had these allegations. Then it's an article in the New York Times with more allegations.
Mm-hmm.
And and basically with T.I., when he did his little live about the first thing, he kind of said basically, me and my wife's sexual activity, or me and my wife's sexual activity, but he's kind of admitting to, they be freakish in the bed. Which a lot of y'all do freakish in the bed for EBT cards and $40. Some of y'all do it for free. A lot of it.
And that's my thing. That's why I didn't really first allegation. When she said that he paid everybody there. Why would he have to do that? That didn't make any sense.
You can explain like with T.I. and Tiny. So, but here's the crazy thing, and it's only in black men we do this. So with black people, black men and women, we're always guilty before being proven innocent.
Yeah.
So already he's lost. They canceled family. They canceled
The show.
the show on VH1, the family and friend hustle.
Then he lost the game.
And then because of the recent allegations, he lost his role in Ant-Man 3. So
Yep.
keep in mind, it's not even a big role, but because it's a Disney movie, you get paid a lot.
It's a Marvel,
Yeah.
Disney Marvel movie, and Ant-Man 1 and 2 were mildly successful,
Yeah.
and
They were
he's
entertaining.
now a beloved character. Ant-Man is, so it's a possibility 3 is going to be even better than the first 2 as far as pay.
Yeah. And now he's already lost that. And
And
now he's probably lost his relationship with working with Disney.
right, because they're real particular.
Yes.
They're very particular. You don't hear about anyone, and this is before all these mergers and all that stuff. But as far as the MCU is concerned, the most risque person was like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, that's Robert Downey Jr. He's not even all that bad, that we know of.
He
that
had
we
his
know of.
moment. He had his moment.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in general, when it comes to this big sex scandal, it's nothing compared to.
But he
you know,
was
like,
he was Iron Man before they bought.
Yeah.
mhm,
Before Disney bought, and then by that time he was already the face
right.
of Marvel.
And so when
the
you
MCU.
look at the MCU, because that's what Ant-Man is, it's part of the MCU. When you look at all these characters and people who are involved, I mean, come on, we had Chadwick. Come on now. Like, this dude had nothing negative to say. Yeah, but nobody had anything negative to say about Chadwick. You have different characters within MCU that they're really protected.
Oh yeah, I mean, when it comes to black actors, it's so easy for them to get, typecast, or one little thing would derail their project. It's like there was rumors about Denzel Washington back with Devil in a Blue Dress, that he refused to, kiss the white woman on camera, and that was a big issue with the whole production and thing. They always gonna, not saying T.I. is innocent or anything. I'm just saying, stepping back, looking at most, prominent black figures, and not just entertainment, but in most fields, they find a way to discredit them in some way. But You still have Stanley Kubrick, Roman Polanski with stuff out.
Stop. Where you going? Because you like to jump
No,
off.
I'm just saying, you still have their movies.
You still got these. You talking about these Caucasian men?
Yeah, they still have movies that's being showed.
Because we're not even going to go with that. We're going to go with the governor of New York.
No, stop.
Who there? That's ridiculous too.
I just saw a headline about. Yeah, I just saw.
That's ridiculous too, and I personally feel like they're attacking him because of the situation with New York and somebody being in trouble in New York. Yes, and that somebody, if the governor is gone, and you have a new governor, preferably for them, a Republican governor, they can give a pardon. You see what I'm saying? So me personally, I feel like even in that situation, and I feel like this Me Too movement has taken a turn. And what's really making me mad in reference to Cuomo, because I really feel like this is outrageous. Because in T.I. and Tiny's case, you have all these people with these crazy allegations. Yeah, some of them sound like they could be true.
Yeah.
Okay, but with Cuomo, this one chick, she said, I feel like he wants to have sex with her. Yeah. Okay. Then she said he made an advance at her, but then he fell back. So explain to me where the sexual harassment part comes into play. He might have been inappropriate.
But I will say this, with the difference is, he's still not being treated as bad as T.I. is.
Well, his stuff is a little newer. T.I. stuff has been going on a little longer.
No,
and the claims with T.I. and Tiny are a little more extreme. They're saying, oh, they chained me, or they raped me, or something like that. That's what they're saying. Cuomo, the only thing that they're saying is that he's inappropriate. So how can you call that a sexual harassment allegation? That's stupid.
I mean, to take it to the sports side of it, Panera, I can't remember his first name. He's one of the top NHL players. He's Russian, and he came out and spoke out about Putin in the Russian press. Now there are allegations that he is a pedophile and has sexual misconduct charges brought up against him, and he basically took off the rest of the NHL season to handle this because he spoke out against Putin.
And it's affecting his career now.
And a lot of folks wonder why Ovi's never spoken out about Putin, because he still has a home in Russia. You don't speak out about, people like that and think that there's going to be no repercussions. And now he's going through this whole process. He's a young up-and-coming, if you don't follow hockey, he's a young up-and-coming player. He got a Stanley Cup ring. He was, I believe, with the Rangers this year. They have a young squad, and they were playing, decent hockey, not winning hockey, but just because he spoke out against, the president there, then all of a sudden these allegations come out. So not saying they're not real, they're not true, and not trying to discredit the alleged victims. It's just the timing, and
the timing is real. It's suspect.
And you never know, who's behind pulling strings and getting these folks to say these things. Like you said, Me Too movement, is justified because women have been taken advantage of for a long time in whatever industry, entertainment, industry, warehouse, whatever. And, these legitimate claims, yeah, but like I said, you have to investigate and make sure they're true. You mentioned the Bill Cosby thing, I always say the 70s, everybody was doing Quaaludes and sniffing coke before they, did whatever. So
yeah, but they put Bill Cosby down for it.
Yeah, but I'm like,
And I feel like these women, kind of to piggyback what you just said, these women who are lying in these situations, not to say that these particular women are lying, but the women who are, they mess it up for real victims. And that's the part that really bothers me, is that we have so many allegations and some of them are outright, they're outrageous. And now we have to question every single situation as if that wasn't being done before. But now we really have a reason to do it because we have so many women lying about it.
Well, it just feeds the narrative and just feeds the police narrative or the investigators narrative that somehow it's a woman's fault when she gets assaulted or raped, or she
right, and they're making it worse.
Or she shouldn't have wore that, and that hurts the women that don't report it because they're afraid of being looked at like that. So when you already have a culture that thinks like that in the first place, it just adds to it, and that's why I say it's kind of hard to be upset when you get the false allegations, because you can kind of understand why they would do that because maybe they weren't assaulted then, maybe they were assaulted previously and just felt like now was the time to speak out, or someone they know was assaulted. Because I don't get a dude getting a kick out of taking, I don't want to say taking the pussy, but pretty much taking it. I don't get that. Yeah, no, I mean, I couldn't think of a better way.
You clearly said it.
I mean, but I
And
could.
guess what? He can't blame it on.
No, I'm not blaming it on. I just couldn't think of a better way to put it. And we at the bar and the
I mean,
spot
but
cut loose.
it's a vulgar situation.
Yeah, I just
So-
don't understand how you can justify to say, oh well, it's entitled to me, or I took her out to dinner, so I deserve to, I just don't get that shit. And the dudes that do that shit, y'all some bitches, point blank. I got nieces and great nieces that I got to worry about. So let me. My niece just turned 16, dog, and I told her she can't date till she's 23 already. So.
That's not gonna happen. But
I know, but hey, I can hope and dream. But yeah, let her tell me, one of these little niggas, and yeah, it's going to be some situations. And I got
I just
some
feel
nephews.
like more
that-
women should be gun owners.
Very true, very true. I was working on trying to get a black female gun
Bring her
trainer.
on. Bring her on.
Yeah, we lost touch. I got to reach back out. I know she was based in North Carolina. You probably follow her on
Yeah,
Facebook
I know who
too.
you're talking
Michelle.
No, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, I
And
reached out.
She does a lot. She comes up this
Yeah,
area
she
and
does
does
come
classes.
this way. Yeah.
I'm familiar with her.
Yeah, I was trying to get her on, get a show with her, but we lost touch. It was like about a year or so ago when I
Yeah,
first
I
saw her on
need you to handle
Facebook.
that.
So much on the plate right now.
Hey.
Facebook,
Get in contact with
email,
her,
stuff.
pass the buck to me. I got you. Okay.
Real quick, shout out to our sponsor Aaron Kuzma.
All right. Hey.
The side is he's on IG showing us love.
As always,
All
appreciate
right.
it, bro.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I did remember. I did tell. I thought I had a call guest, so I did tell the other guest to get back by 8.
I was about to say, boy, we was about to have a situation when they got here, like CPT time, my nigga.
You know what? Don't go study it. Actually, that does sound about right. I probably would have done.
Yeah.
What time I take the video? I would have asked him first, then it's been like 7.
And y'all know I would put that mama mode in. Like,
We was about to get all of us going in on him. He was about to be here. Hey, see what you be starting, man.
I start laughing shit.
like terrible. About to have us all hype.
He was like, nigga.
Soon as he walked in the door,
Oh, he was like,
And,
nigga.
and y'all know I'm all calm, but I can go from 0
She
to
had to pull the blade out and shit. You know we got a show right. You know we got a timetable right.
he's like, spit that shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, nigga, if it ain't fire, I'm cutting you right now.
The bar better be
Go
the
style.
hottest episode
Go style.
ever tonight.
Right, go style right now.
That nigga be rapping for like 2 hours.
Can I stop now? No.
And double beat word.
I don't want to hear that recorded shit. I want freestyle, nigga.
Ain't no
I'm not a word.
Better say umbrella, nigga.
Terrible.
You terrible.
Hey, man. Say for hippopotamus. Ain't no hippo. You have to say the whole word.
What?
Ain't no just say hippo. Now you gotta say the whole word.
Don't put the red stripe in it. This is bad.
What you talking about, mine?
Nah, because you was drinking red stripes talking like you was from the West Coast a minute ago. So I don't know
Yay,
what's going
yay.
on. Here we go.
Nigga, pick a coast.
I can't, man. I can't. I bounce all over the place, man.
Clearly, you one of the people that will not pick a struggle. I'm gonna have
Nope.
all of them.
Yep, I'm gonna keep all up on the way. Gotta fight. Gotta keep fighting.
So 63.
Mm-hmm.
So now that Valentine's Day has passed,
Yeah.
cuffing season is over, has started.
Man.
What you
Nah,
plan to
cuffing
do?
season is done.
Done. So what you gonna do for the spring?
Grind, man. Just trying to make some money, man. That's all I worry about.
CP3 said April showers bring May flowers.
I hope so.
You showering on
I'm trying
somebody?
to shower.
Ew, I bet you are.
Oh,
Get your golden showers.
Oh, skate.
Nah, you want them golden ones.
Nah, I gotta hold back.
So 63.
Yeah.
How do you bring up?
I don't. I just do
Oh.
it. like.
You just walk around here on everybody?
I told you it's only in the shower, man.
So if a chick is taking a shower with you, she knows she about to get
Not
peed
the
on.
first time,
The
not the second time.
You just randomly peeing on people?
I mean, depending if I gotta go,
What?
So they only say for 2 times?
Wait.
Nah. Like I said, that was when I was
So
young.
just because you gotta go, that you terrible. You a serial peer.
I'm just saying, it happens sometimes. They just happen to be in there when I gotta pee. I'll be, drink. When you drinking a drink, and you chilling with your lady, and
No.
next thing you know, it escalates. So
No, I don't know.
yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't.
Yes, you do.
First of all, I'm drinking and I'm chilling with my lady. No.
Yeah, we chilling, watching a movie, smoking a doobie.
I don't know.
Oh well, you don't know. You know what I mean.
And then
You
you're
know what I
saying that you're just peeing on people. I don't see how you go from chilling and drinking to peeing on people.
I mean, it don't just happen. It just, it just happens.
What? It don't just happen. It just happens.
Yeah.
Man, something wrong with you.
Man, I like to drink a beer when I'm in the shower.
I hope that all the ladies watching.
Nah, they know I'm not like
Steer
that no
clear.
more.
What? How they know that you're not like
Because I'm
that?
telling them that. If I was still doing it, why would I tell them?
So because you telling them that,
So
that's
no,
fact.
I'm not doing it. If I was still doing it, why would I tell them?
So you a sneaky pee.
Yeah, most of
He
them.
said, yeah.
But most of them figure it out. Like, did you just pee on me? I'm like, yeah, I did. Did they get a little mad? But then we end
A
up
little
fucking
man.
after. Yeah, because I ended up
Let me
making
tell
it
you
good up.
something.
But I wash them after. I mean, like I just
You
pee-
wash them? What?
I always.
Wait.
You ain't never had to do
So
washing
you
before, y'all?
peed on them,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm
I
gonna wash you.
Yeah.
What?
It's my it's
so weird.
I told you I ain't right. You can figure that shit out.
First he's gonna sneak pee on you.
Right. And then he's
Because I know I'm gonna wash you.
No.
It's okay. I'm just gonna wash
And
you.
and he's gonna sneak pee on you without telling you. And then when you ask, he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I did."
Right.
I ain't gonna lie
It's okay
about it.
because I'm going to wash you.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean it off. I'm gonna make it right. You clean it off. It's all good.
What if he pee on you?
Me in the shower. Fuck it. It is what it is. I'm gonna wash it anyway before I get out.
You let a girl squirt in your mouth?
Of course, done it. That's my pleasure.
What if she peed on you?
Sometimes I'll be
That's why I looked at her like, did he really ask me that?
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of guys that say the same thing that you
Yeah, that
So-
shit is.
Yeah, but
I don't, man.
No,
That's
it's other things that they don't say. That's more acceptable now.
man, I love
You
school.
know, you gotta look at. I'm
yeah,
sure.
obviously,
Yeah, true,
You like
true.
pig on people.
it's only fair.
Yeah, exactly.
You've shared quite a bit with us.
I mean,
No.
there are people that do different things that they probably can embrace what I'm talking about right now. That they don't talk about at parties.
It's
That we don't
only
talk
fair.
about just randomly.
I hope
I'm
not.
glad that we
I don't
bringing
want to
this
go
up.
to a party and everybody's talking about peeing on each other in the shower.
You know R. Kelly gonna come up eventually.
What? But why?
He was your hero.
Right? He's like, he peed on her. Oh, I know that's
See,
right.
that was different though. He
Yeah.
was just like,
Yeah.
yeah. At least she wasn't in the shower. That was,
Yeah.
Oh, so that's your only problem.
Yeah, as long as in the shower,
Not
it's
that she was
cool.
young. She was like 14. He said, yeah.
I mean, yeah, just thinking of that aspect, that to me, that was the worst part. Peeing on. I mean,
the worst part, what? What was the worst part?
was peeing on.
The worst part was peeing on her.
I mean, because it wasn't. I'm not saying it wasn't rape, but then after he was taking it, she, I don't know the situation.
You shouldn't pee on little kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I've never peed on a little kid.
When
Yeah.
you were a little kid, did you pee on another little kid?
Maybe I did.
See?
Retaliation,
So
but
you've
I was
always had
younger.
this in you.
I mean,
You've always had this in you.
Yo,
Hey, man.
did you pee on people in the pool?
Yes, I'm sure he did. I'm sure you were the pool peer.
Sometimes.
There ain't no
gotta
sometimes.
get,
And you know if you peed in the pool, you peed on everybody.
Hey, man.
Ew.
I was young.
He's a nasty fuck.
I was, man. I was. Yeah, I
He
was.
still is.
Nah, not
No.
really. Nah.
So, you know what? Real quick, so time marriage. Since it is, Women's Month. Lady Internet, could you just give us a quick list of like some powerful women just
So,
on
you know
top of
what?
your head?
Real quick, just off the top of my head.
There are
Since
plenty.
it is,
I'm just gonna stick to the ones that are alive.
Lady Antoinette.
I mean, let's be real. We have some women who are no longer with us. Um, right now, I say top one, Michelle Obama. She is, you know, the epitome of a powerful woman. So I would give props to her. I just watched an interview that was done. Michelle Obama was interviewed by Zaya Wade. You guys familiar with Zaya Wade?
Yeah, that's the boy daughter of
Well, Pop, like Papa's hand.
I knew what I said.
Yeah,
I meant what I
Dwayne
said.
Wade's baby.
Yeah.
And Michelle Obama was interviewed, and it was refreshing to see her. I like seeing her interviewed by you, you know, especially she was talking about her book Becoming, which is apparently a big, thing for these young kids coming up because it's like a guide for them. And I never really thought about when I'm thinking about becoming, I'm thinking about what it means to everyone else, like adults. But these young kids that are reading it, they are becoming themselves. You know what I mean?
I really like what you're saying, and they're black. You notice when Nancy Reagan or any of the white women are in office, we don't, or even Melania Trump, we don't get the credit.
I really like what you're saying, and
like even Melania Trump, she had the pictures and stuff. Those are actual facts. When we put black women and stuff, it was Michelle Obama, man, this, and it's all this crazy talk.
Melania Trump, she had the pictures and
we
stuff.
can't just celebrate the queen for what she is.
Well, the crazy talk mainly came from who?
That shit infuriating.
No, I didn't hear no black people don't.
No, it's some black people that actually believe that.
Well, I'm
shit.
not
I ran
around
into
it,
some.
but I'm gonna tell you like this.
I literally had no lie. Because I expected it I expected it from the Caucasian persuasions.
But it's not the
Vanilla
at
Ice.
all. But the Republicans, the ones who eventually voted for Trump, they were the ones.
I had a ghetto girl tell me, we could talk, and I was talking to her on the phone, and then she was like, "Oh, Michelle Obama, man," and that within that conversation, I knew I would never leave her. Because
I'm glad ain't nobody telling me that because you're not about to talk about Auntie Shell.
But it was just
that's my auntie.
It was just the craziest thing because it was when we have black people in power, we do our best to tear them down, and we don't celebrate.
Well,
go ahead.
I'm here for the celebration, okay? Because despite everything that was going on, the things that people said about her husband, about her children, that what she said in her speech talking about when they go low, you go high. Oh, that's real. That's how she took it. She's like, oh, and it's so funny because she literally is royalty. It's like, oh, these people are beneath me. I don't even need to address them. And I love that. She's above it all. Like, that guy went viral when the lady, he was at a hotel and the lady was calling him all these racial slurs and everything, and he was like, oh, it's above me now. That is Michelle Obama. All that, it's above me. Like, she's like, whatever.
Because they want you to think with anger. They want you to think with,
and that's why her quote was so strong. She says, when they go low, you go high. Like, she's above it.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that. So I really would say she is such an icon and an image that young girls can look up to. Nothing wrong with looking up to Beyonce, but I feel like there's so much more going on. Beyonce looks up to Michelle Obama. You know what I mean? She said that. So why not go to the source? So I adore her. A couple of other women. On the business side of things, a lot of people don't like her, especially right now. But I still got to give it up to Oprah. I do. Because I feel like right now she's disconnected, but you can't take away from all that Oprah's done all these years of her career.
Yeah.
I really don't feel she's disconnected.
I think she's
disconnected.
disconnected.
Because I feel like the people like Michael Jackson, even with the pieces she was doing on Russell Simmons and stuff like that, there's no piece on Harvey Weinstein.
I do because I feel like the piece on Michael Jackson, even with
So
the
we have a caller, so give me a second.
Russell
Okay.
Simmons and stuff like that.
I told him to call her.
Our guest or just a caller?
Just a call. He wanted
So we
You wanted to
have
speak
a
his piece
caller,
on
so
something?
Give me a second.
about the coming to America.
I told him to
Oh,
call
yeah.
her.
Fix my camera. I don't know how to get off point somehow. Camera not even in my frame.
Just a call. He wanted
I ain't
to,
do it.
Big head.
What you say?
Huh?
about the
Y'all about to see CP3 get bust down in his head. Nothing. I ain't back on.
I just text him. Give me a second. Yo, Dave, I'm loading up the thing. I'm activating the Skype. Give me a second.
Alright, so
Okay, call back now,
Yeah,
Dave.
call
Call
in,
back.
Dave.
Text him, give me a second.
I want to hear
Yo,
before I
Dave,
watch
I'm loading
this
up the
movie
thing. I'm
as much as I
activating the
can.
Skype.
I've seen a lot.
Give me a
I've seen a lot
second.
of people bash that movie.
Okay, call back now, Dave. Call back now.
I need you to get it together, CP3.
I'm trying to, but your
You know
head.
your eyes is getting low, son.
Her head won't fit in the frame.
Ooh.
Like I said, y'all about to see a massacre.
You know, it seems like you coming for her real quick.
Right, but it ain't real quick because he do this every week now.
Because y'all be getting me some.
Y'all nothing.
You be sliding.
I want
stickers in
y'all to
there.
know, CP3, keep coming for me.
Yeah, she be sliding. Yeah, I know she be sliding in slick ones.
What? No.
Yes, you do.
It's all out of love. I
So
speak
is
the
mine.
truth.
So why mine?
Wait
Not?
a minute though.
Why mine not out of love too?
You talking like that?
You know, it takes a lot of love for, she put a post out there to try to get you some company.
Right.
I know. I know.
I took
Oh, I ain't
time out of my
mad.
day. I gathered pictures. I tried to. You know how hard it is to find a picture of you smiling?
It takes a lot of love for
That's all.
It's so difficult.
That's all I always say. You never smile. Like I'm just in deep thought.
Nah, you angry. You
That's
just
not
a
my
evil,
angry face.
angry
That's
man.
my deep thought face.
What's your angry face?
You
'Cause I
don't want to
know
see
the
that.
difference.
That's like the Hulk. You trust me. You don't want to
I
see me
didn't
when I'm
see
angry.
no happy faces.
When I'm with my nieces and nephews, you see a smile when I'm with them.
No, some of them were just like.
Most of them, I'm with my nieces and
Like,
nephews.
I
I'm
can't
smiling.
find nothing.
You didn't make me
Okay,
forget what I was
sneak
looking
away. I
for.
know you're at work, Dave, but sneak away from the phone and I'll call back.
Made me forget what I was looking for.
What you was looking for?
I don't
Right, that's about to-
Not on the air. That's only during break.
Okay, Dave,
You doing break?
That's only during break.
Let's go break that.
So when you get quiet on break and turn like this, I can't see his
Like,
phone. I'll be like, what you doing?
Like that. Or, right now.
I'm like, what you doing?
That's what it was. I was checking the score of the hockey game.
Yeah, okay. He's taking
Score.
Yeah.
Score, huh?
Score the position.
Mhm.
Like,
What's that pop up? There's a pop
Yo,
up.
CP3, I know you saw this.
What that is?
There was a video
he's
of these thick chicks in lingerie playing basketball.
Yeah, it's a league.
They got a lingerie basketball league now.
And then they had the other one.
I know they
where
got the football
like,
league.
They wearing like thongs.
Really?
Yeah, it's
What channel
another
that be
one.
on?
I don't know what channel. I just seen
They
like
streaming
people
it
posting
somewhere.
it.
You look like you would go to that game.
It's called.
I go to lingerie
Is
football
it
if I
like
can
the
find it.
BBB League or something like that?
I gotta look that up. I didn't know.
Something.
I knew about the lingerie football league. I've
Yeah.
actually seen those games.
No, it's basketball. They play in the one league that I'm talking about. It's black girls.
Yeah.
Big old yeah.
I might gotta check
I
that
knew
out.
that.
I might gotta check
It's
that
a whole
out.
league of them.
I don't know. You might see that league and you make it one of those players, and you may wind up with an extra kid.
Hey man, so just tell me when she got a contract. Shit.
Oh my god. They ain't gonna pay him but so much.
Hey, she make more than me most likely right now.
and you may wind up with an extra
Look like the Caps down 1-0, I think.
Oh man.
What up? What's going on, Super Dave?
What's going on, Super Dave?
So Super Dave, you haven't met my other co-host yet, Lady Antoinette, and you know CP3
Yes,
coming
sir.
in number 2.
He know.
So we got Lady Antoinette in the building. This is Super Dave.
Hey, Super Dave.
He does the Neighbors podcast.
Okay.
It comes on Mondays at 11 and stuff.
Yeah.
See, we were on Rise 95 together, and the one thing is I love about it is that it's not a competition. We always support each other no matter what we do.
That's how it should be.
Hey, it was good. It's good. At the bottom. I feel like I know you because I watched the show all the time.
Hey.
What's up?
Right, officially.
Yeah, we got to get you back in the building. Real quick though, before we even get into it, you have a very special guest coming on Monday. Did you go into that real quick?
Oh yeah, I'm excited, man. Tomorrow we got the poet, Free Emotions, and
So we got Lady Antoinette in the
and I don't know if y'all seen America's Got Talent.
building. This is Super Dave. He does.
Dope, man. She does sexual poems, and so
All right, tell
That's what's up.
Tell her don't be too sexy to CP3 may start.
Yeah,
I
like I said, we need to
know,
get on
right?
at the bar radio. Need to get one of those sensual poems going and see what happens.
Oh,
Turn the
Lord.
lights down.
No.
He gonna be drinking at
They
1800
get
that day.
Hey, then that might be a problem.
When she come, we gotta have a girl waiting in the car for you, CP.
Yeah, we gotta protect her
Yeah.
from getting peed on.
Well, she gonna be over there. She have enough distance.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
So,
make it that
so
far.
earlier we didn't talk about, we're gonna come back around to it. We talking about coming to America. My thoughts on coming to America was this, that you have to watch it basically as a separate movie. The original Coming to America, the bar was so high, especially if you've been watching it for like the last 30 years, 800 times, there's no way that this movie is really going to compare to that. However, when you take that aspect out and watch it as a movie and what it is, and it's unfair, and we acknowledge that it was only black people that was complaining about Coming to America.
I've been a
Shout
fan of
out
hers
to them.
for a minute, and I don't know if y'all
But
seen.
we missed on some of the stuff that I'm sure that you want
one of her poems.
to talk about. Like all black cats. They really wanted to see the ratchetness and not the
from the
fight.
area.
Mhm.
She's dope.
So,
and she does sensual
So what are your thoughts, Super Dave?
poems, and so I'm excited to have her and talk to her tomorrow. The first was the cultural icon. It's like you can say stuff from it, you can still quote lines from it, watch it whenever it comes on. Yeah. And so to hold it to that standard, that happens, with stuff like that. When they do see it, that's one of the reasons the lady didn't really want to initially. But it just kept getting so much pressure from everybody. So, and I mean, I'm sure you guys talked about it.
No. Don't say everybody. Say the people. The fans. The same ungrateful ass people that are complaining about the movie that he didn't want to make, but he did for their ungrateful ass.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's the double-edged sword. Like trying to please him. And then, it's going to get back into, the whole thing anyway. That's like, Dolomite and Valentine's and all of that. So, that idea came about and they decided to go with it. I felt like man, it was a good movie. I mean, was it like the epic movie of the century? Nah, but it was quality, it was a good story. Shout out to, the dude that played his son, he's from Asheville, you know what I'm saying? They brought back a lot of the original cast. It was dope. I like it. Right.
I mean, here's the thing what people don't realize. So this was the original plan. Because I remember back in 18, 19, before we had COVID, the galaxy far away. The original plan with Eddie Murphy was, and he had talked about this, he was about to go back on tour and do stand-up. And he was going to do stand-up. And so the original plan was, Dolomite was supposed to be in the theaters.
Right.
And this was supposed to be in the theaters as well.
Right.
So, COVID hit, so Dolomite went to Netflix. And Amazon bought the rights to Coming to America too.
We missed some of the stuff that I'm sure that
Because originally, Paramount was like, well, we're going to hold it to 2023.
Yeah, which is stupid. Which was stupid.
Right, right.
Fortunately, Amazon was like, nah, we got
Now
that
we
back.
need this now.
We need this now. You know,
And that was a good move for
wanted
them.
to see the rap.
Real talk. They have, especially the lineup that they had recently
Right, exactly.
with like Billie Holiday.
that was Hulu.
You right, Hulu.
Hulu.
Who had Regina King? That was them, right?
Yeah.
Amazon?
That
Yeah.
was
So they
like
had, right, one night.
One night land.
It was supposed to
Six
be
nights in
30.
Chicago.
Man, just
I gotta
you
check
know,
that
man,
out.
I'm just gonna live up to
Right.
you know,
We went through 3
the
nights.
first
Wow.
was
I missed most of the movie. But so I feel like that was real good of Amazon to kind of do that. Not that far apart, so people are still, you know, high off of the one night in Miami, and then you got Coming to America. That's, you know, they making better movies, because when Amazon first started, I was like, all these movies are trash.
Yeah, because Amazon has a good original theater. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, like that one. I was
A lot
like,
of the movies feature the guy who played Biggie from Notorious. They got like 6 movies with him in there. They all suck.
and it was crazy because most of their movies were like movies from the 70s and 80s that we didn't watch then and we don't want to watch now.
And no, a lot of the movies were with the B sides was like was it Snow on the Buff, The Plug. Plug Love, like there's a whole bunch of low budget joints though.
Yeah,
Like all the movies, like if you seen one of the low budget movies, it was the same plot, just with different names.
yeah, it was just terrible.
Hell, some of them had the same characters.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Like, it was horrible. So, but they're doing better, you know. So I am happy that they got that.
So
I have Emily comes with Prime. So
Yeah.
I have it. So I have
yeah.
it.
So like I said, you have. It's like you can't. It's like whatever your favorite artist, like
exactly.
Nas. I like Nas. So Illmatic is probably one of his greatest albums. And I Am, which is the follow-up album, is a great album. But it'll never.
And then you know it's
Stillmatic will never be
I was
Illmatic.
about to say Stillmatic.
Right. You know.
But that doesn't mean that it's bad.
Exactly. Reasonable Doubt is a phenomenal album by Jay-Z.
You know, the whole thing
However,
anyway. That's why.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
that does not mean the Blueprint is not is great. That does not mean the Black Album is not as great. It's but when we talk about that reminiscent feeling and we bring up what makes Jay-Z great, yeah, I'm gonna start with Reasonable Doubt. That doesn't mean the other albums are some shit. That means Reasonable Doubt was just
That was
goddamn
just the
good.
top. That was
You
the
know,
top.
that idea came up and they decided to go with it.
And the second don't have to be bad.
So
hey, look, man, I can't think because I gotta get back to work. But I want like I felt like you felt, man. It was a
Go
good
ahead.
movie. I mean, was it like
What's the worst sequel y'all ever seen? Like the worst part 2? That's
the epic movie of the century? Nah, but it was
How high?
You need a sequel to that?
yeah,
Yes.
they did.
Well, that episode.
Good. Don't
Because you couldn't talk.
Oh, I got one
I
that's
was quick with it too.
I got one that's just as bad. Undercover Brother Part 2.
What?
I never watched that either.
What? Why did they make it?
Why
Why did they make one?
First of all, it came out 30 years after the original, and then it doesn't have the original.
I think I did see it on screen. I never watched it. I mean, I think I saw the title, and I was not going to click on it because the first one was cool. And I think Dave Chappelle to me saved that one. it was okay, but Dave to me, Dave.
Too? I didn't
Yeah,
know.
the two, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a sequel.
Why would you do that?
Is it
In certain movies and
well, you got to think before you're trying to think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't watch many sequels. I'm trying to think of a bad sequel.
Debbie Does Dallas Part 2.
Uh-oh.
I never liked those joints. I wasn't a Debbie fan.
Okay.
What? See the cowboy uniform?
Basically.
That's the only reason.
Most likely,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Dang.
But other than that, because she was white and blonde, you did like.
To be sure.
Go with the territory, baby.
Uh,
Dang, I got to
You
get back to you on that. I'm
stumped
stuck.
me.
Yeah, I got to think on that one. Dang.
That's amazing.
Hey.
We need you to call in more.
what is the worst one that you've seen?
About to go back on tour.
Oh, you asking me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even think about if she said how high part two. I forgot about that's how bad it was.
Yeah.
So I got to read that, but like I watched a part of the second belly, and I was like, what is
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Yeah, I
watched
watched like 5 minutes and cut it off.
See, I guess
That movie had absolutely nothing to do with
No
Belly.
potential.
I guess that's probably why I haven't seen the best.
It had no
I stay away
characters.
from
It had nothing to do with Belly
I was like,
outside of the
I
name.
remember I was like, there's a belly too. Start watching 5 minutes, cut it off.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean,
think
thank
that-
God I used to work at Blockbuster when that came out. I just watched it for free.
I used to have my little websites that I would watch free stuff.
Yeah, see, I think that's why I haven't seen any bad movies. Stuff like that, I wouldn't even try to watch because you can't. Some movies you can't emulate them when you know it's nothing going to be nothing like the original. I just spare myself the hassle. Like I said, How High 2, I wouldn't even attempted to watch that.
That was
The only,
horrible.
the only reason I watched them to tell my brother to because I think I was drunk one night. And I was like, oh, this is about to be funny. Let me something to laugh at. And this shit was depressing. I wanted to be crying.
Yeah,
I
that
couldn't
was-
imagine. Yeah,
I
the
don't-
first one was had its moments, but
And after that, I feel like it's not a sequel to the third installment, but that last house party.
Oh, anything after House Party 2.
Fortunately, Amazon was like,
Anything after House Party 2 is trash.
I think it was more than one after that.
yeah, I told you it was like 4 or 5 of them.
That's the
That
one.
was
I don't think,
trash.
that's the third one, I think.
That
But
was
Yeah,
trash.
that was the third one.
CP3 said it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
another. Yeah, they did another one without them. Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
I
that's
said,
the one I'm talking about.
yeah, it was
That
like
was
6 of
terrible.
them.
the one with Immature when they were
When it was for them, it was horrible.
and the other one when they got him that role. That joint sucked too.
Yeah.
Everybody waited for the part with the stripper. That was it.
Oh, you said everybody mean you?
No, everybody I know the only reason why they watched that movie is for that part.
You mean you?
I know. I only watched it. I only watched it one time. After that one time, I was done. I don't watch trash movies over and over again.
Okay, you ain't fast forward like you do your porn.
Nah, it wasn't nothing really to see. I done seen I do security strip club. I done seen that shit before.
Okay, all right, yo, Super Dave, thank you for calling in, man. And,
Thanks, Super Dave.
we will definitely, definitely gonna, share your show and watch it back. Good looks on getting that poet,
That's
man,
good. That's what's up.
That's good up. We salute everybody that's doing great.
Yeah.
I'd like to tell
And
people.
you said that's tomorrow?
Yep.
with the
Yeah,
B-side,
tomorrow,
like,
11 tomorrow's the last show we're doing from 11 to 12:30. I'm moving to the evening to 7 to 8:30.
like, other movies, like, if you see one of the little movies, it was the same.
Right, right.
I haven't got to school for a minute, so so yeah, tomorrow will be 11 to 12:30. Facebook, Facebook Live. So yeah, check it out. Facebook slash the neighbor is live page. And yeah, check us out, man. Hey, thank y'all for letting me call in. I love the show, man. I'm just like working this time, but it's only just a little bit. Y'all know I be rocking with y'all, man. Y'all some nerds. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, man. Y'all keep rocking, man.
All right.
Appreciate it,
thanks.
Super Dave.
Thanks.
I'll let you, bro.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it, man.
Stillmatic will never be
So
Illmatic.
let's go on. Let's go on
You
a
know,
music break.
Look.
exactly. Reasonable Doubt is a
Look at you said it. This motherfucker couldn't even wait for the video. He
Yo.
turned all the way up.
That does not mean the blue
Yo, we're on the music break. CP3 is turned on.
Right. God,
Please, with the
it's
kid
so
free.
very
But when we talk about that,
Thanks, Jamaican.
And it's crazy the stuff that I see in my peripheral. Like, it's bad.
I thought it was me turning the bottom. I'm like, alright. Yo, RIP to my man, Token. Fucking man.
you know,
That's my dude.
Yeah, so hey, look, man, I can't stay because I got to get back to work, but I want to ask y'all a question real quick. Since we're talking about the sequels,
Nigga, you
the
ain't.
worst sequel y'all ever seen?
Why
Like,
the
the
video
worst
not
part
showing?
two that y'all ever seen that ever came out.
We frozen on that stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, they did.
They ruined that joint, yeah.
Oh, I got one that just. Yeah, it was one.
Exactly.
You know, watching the
Are we
cover
frozen on his end or your end?
drunk one night, and I was like,
Sometimes it's been
it'd be funny,
Yeah.
funny something to laugh at, and this shit was
Right,
depressing.
I thought so.
but it's his feed. That's why sometimes it be doing that shit.
Oh, anything after
Yeah.
trash.
Nah, it is.
Yeah, because it was one with Immature, right? It was one with Immature.
That was trash.
It is frozen.
No, they had one by themselves.
You looking at
without
the
Kid and
feed?
Play. It was one
Yeah,
with them
just
by
pulled it
themselves.
up on there.
That joint was terrible. And
Let
I
him
didn't
know
even see
it's
the next
frozen.
Yeah.
That might just be my feed. You looking at his feed? Oh, that's his feed.
Yeah.
Hey, 15. That's your feed that's frozen. You just check your page. Is your joint that's frozen?
Yeah. Frozen on here. The video not playing. Uh-oh.
After that one time, I was done. I don't watch track though.
Right.
Nah, there wasn't nothing to see. I didn't see the I just hear the strip club. I didn't see that.
Okay, all right, yeah, Super Dave, thank you for calling in, man, and
Hey, man.
we will definitely, definitely gonna, share your show and watch it back. Good looks with getting that poet, man.
I got a text message said the video froze.
I don't like to tell people. Yep.
Yep, tomorrow 11. Actually, tomorrow is the last show that we're doing from 11 to 12:30. I'm moving to the evenings to 7 to 8:30 to give people a better chance to come on because the guests can't really make it during that time slot. So I have been contemplating the move for a minute. So after tomorrow's show. But yeah, tomorrow's will be 11 to 12:30. You can see it through the Facebook page. We do it through Facebook Live. So yeah, check it out. It's Facebook / The Neighbors Livecast. And yeah, check us out, man. Hey, thank y'all for letting me call in. I love this show, man. I'm usually at work at this time, but even if I only catch a little bit, y'all know I be rocking with y'all, man. Y'all are hilarious. And keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, man, y'all keep rocking, man.
Appreciate it.
All right,
man.
All right, peace.
So let's go on a music break. Yo, we're on a music break. CP3 is turned all the way up. I didn't even switch the camera. Thank you, man. Alright, yo, I'm not pizza man so much.
Yeah, he says audio only. Hmm. With the audio or the whole feed?
I thought it was Monday.
No, that's the day. His birthday.
Why don't they just do it on his birthday?
Sessions Entertainment, you know what the fuck going on.
How y'all doing?
Okay, bye. They look beautiful. They look beautiful. What's happening? Shout out Marco. He found home, man.
Trying to kill my ops. First day out, trying to have that finish. Stay home, that's why I'm on. Big bro say, look, bro, you tripping. Little bro say, big bro, you crazy. If you on that, it's a must, I'm with it. I don't give a fuck, cause I'm on parole. What the fuck that mean? I'm just trying to get busy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5K, what up? I'm like, what's up with it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Real pretty thick, exotic bitches. 12, 13, 14, 15. That's how many shots in this glizzy. I get a whole motherfucking city before I let a nigga just get up with me. I'm back home and I'm with the gang. I ain't gonna lie, man. I miss my niggas. I miss you. I was locked down when they killed my nigga. I got home, then turned to the room. I seen myself, they flip my nigga. I ain't gonna lie, that fucked me up, but it won't be long till they with my nigga. Mama told me she finna be free. Damn, I can't wait for that. Did 13 for a body. Stay really.
I couldn't find it at first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There go Marco 5K. that way. First day out, man. Big shout out to Marco. That was a longly anticipated wait. I feel like everybody in the city was wondering what Marco was getting out. And once he got out, that shit went live.
I know I'm different. I know I'm different. Big dog, settle down, you niggas lucky. We ballin' hard, and you got the splits. I know I'm different. Watch how I ballin' you bitches. Pockets never on much. Big dog, yeah, hustle. Settle down, you niggas lucky. I ain't been dropping crack. All you haters back. If I turn this into a murder scene, late nights I had the dreams. Waking up in a cold sweat, having dreams that I'm getting left. If I move right, you know the rest. Call food for the touchdown. I play with choppers, that's 100 rounds. Where I'm from, we lay shit down. The real Lemmy, you can hear it in me. Smoke so much like a damn chimney. Eyes low like Mr. Chain. Yo, Pat, watch me do my thing. Lot of gold chains like Mr. T. Keep it low key when I'm in the streets. I know I'm different when you look at me. I know I'm different. She know I'm different. I'm ballin' hard. You catch a splint. I know I'm different. She know I'm different. I'm ballin' hard. You catch a splint. I know I'm different. 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 We ballin' hard. And you catch a splint. It ain't working out, need to quit it.
Got your stage strike since you first the last one.
Yay! Just know that we different. I've been on a mission. I just said it once, then I
You know we dancing
Getting the Sweet Jones.
The what?
Sweet Jones.
got on my equipment. Ain't looking for trouble. I heard of the
I looked up and I see this.
That's the Sweet Jones, man. That's Pimp C joint. Listen to UGK before the show.
No, of course you are. That's what.
I'm Trill. Gangbang. We won't do that around here.
Put the team on my back. I know I'm different. She know I'm different.
Why do I have 99 notifications on my
I know I'm different.
There's 97 on from your Stargo.
I'm ballin' hard.
You look good on camera today.
I know I'm different.
I know I'm different.
I know I'm different. I know I'm different. I know I'm different. I know I'm different. We ballin' hard. And you catch the splinters.
Oh yeah, it's 8:15. I can go out there.
So we still back on to what we was thinking.
Yeah, nigga.
So that's
He emailed me the song.
Then you say because his manager joined,
maybe
he
he
might.
thought you meant 8:30.
I'm trying not to blame it. But it could be my fault. I drink.
You said what now?
If you ain't a boss, switch your position. They hating me on the low. I cannot listen. I'm
So every time we go on camera, I think you do like one up.
Yep, he does.
That's what you gotta do.
And then he be trying to put it out. Remember you was like, you was got a body, and you behind it there, but that's what he doing. He's trying to put it out real fast.
But you're playing up
He
video,
used to
nigga.
doing that, you know, when the police come and stuff.
Tuck and roll, nigga, tuck and roll. You know, that's the first time you gotta put it out quick, huh?
No sir.
You ever had to eat a blunt?
Nah, I don't do that shit. I just talk. I got more.
No, nigga, be like, oh, shit, stop.
No sir. Not happening.
So did we figure out who that Rennie, whoever was?
This is what it is and what it's supposed to be. I'm been right here if you ain't noticed me.
He's from the Netherlands.
I told you they put me back in jail again. When I had 2 weeks left on Monday, last Monday.
did
I go, no. My group got flagged. They disabled my group.
Which group?
Horseman group that I had. So
That's fine. I'm surprised they get shut down a long time ago.
yeah, but people they did. I was 2 weeks before my restriction about to come off. This was March 1st. They added 30 days. No, keep this.
From that moment.
No live streaming and no advertising for 30 days. On top of the 2 weeks I still had left. So even when I come back off restriction, I still can't live stream until the March 30th.
I ain't never heard that. That's
Bruh.
know what you be trying to do.
Bruh.
I ain't never heard it.
You talking about blowing? I ain't done nothing but post my business. I ain't even posting memes no more.
They said advertisement.
So I can't even post my car. That's why I can't post some of my cards because they killing me. Oh my god.
Why you ain't never started an actual business? Because I feel like if you did it for an actual business page,
they blocked my show page and my Pearl
but
Line
no.
If it's linked to me, they block it.
Right. Everything that's under you is blocked.
Yeah, so even if I start a new page, they still gonna block.
No, not a new. No.
I'm gonna make 113 pages, 2 websites, and a YouTube channel right now. I don't have room for no more pages. I swear I don't.
Because like if you look at my Lady Antoinette page and how that's set up, they probably want you to do that versus putting it on your main page. That's
But why? What's the problem with what I'm doing?
doing?
Yeah, man, I ain't got time for that. I can't run no more pages. And I got 5,000 friends on my page. And I gotta try to add all the other stuff. I ain't got time for all of that shit. Killing me.
So old boy who was saying whatever he was saying earlier, it says see translation because this is slang for the Netherlands. When you hear translation, that's what he's saying. So right now it looks like cut music.
Why you got these motherfuckers that can't speak English? You said you had some folks from that area before, did you?
Not the Netherlands.
Oh.
This ain't my people.
Oh, Amsterdam? Oh, you probably have.
Not Netherlands.
That's Amsterdam.
No. See, this is what
That's close to Amsterdam.
White Lives Matter.
Oh, Lord.
But look,
That's it already.
but look, it's in this language too.
That says it all right there.
I don't know that name.
He don't know if I'm gonna make it, cause my heart
I
is
don't know
filled
what
with
that
hatred. It's cracking and it's breaking. I done felt too
Okay,
close to
this is
say
what
it.
it
I'm
is.
seeking presentation, wanting now I'm sick away. I'm a legend
Wait,
in the
she ain't
making.
white.
You can like it, you can hate it.
But white lives matter though.
That's different.
Why you ain't with a white girl then? Their lives matter.
What they don't? They never had.
I feel like I'm drawing out 23.
Yeah, let you translate this.
My name, remember me. I lean in that Hennessy. She say I look good, she into me. Don't fuck with the Aki, my enemy. I'm rapping the shows in Tennessee. Niggas be hating, they envy me. Yeah. Envy. Talking that shit, they come see me. I'm rapping so good, I'm on TV. My diamonds is biting they VV. Unreadable niggas can't read me. Don't got no more love, but don't leave me. Stunting on niggas is easy. They talk no more shit, but they need me. Yeah. My ties on repeat. Got my own plate, I'ma feed me. I'm an alpha, you can't leave me. My bitch is so bad, call her Riri. I'm rocking designer, got Gucci designer. Yeah, summer got Fendi. All these niggas wanna kill me. I just talk to
You didn't have a black and before?
No. Landlord getting the house sprayed.
it's cracking and it's breaking. I done felt too close to say it.
Is he moving or he's
I'm
just
trying to get
trying
everything.
I'm a legend in the making. You can like it, you can hate it. Don't give it, let's just take it. Give me that, no hesitation.
Gotta get my money
I don't want no
stacked up, man.
ties. Fuck our relations. Simple, hey. I got love for my people. I ain't used to be equal. Keep it still a desert eagle.
He's some big parakeets. I got parakeets. This one's about the size of mine. This one's kind of
Don't trust no snake to see you. Pray to God because I need you. Was a failing badly.
So, old boy who commented first, was talking trash. I went through his stuff. First one, he's from the Netherlands. What he said when you translate it, because it looked like he said cut the music segment, Tupac was better, right? But when you hit translate and hit, because he's from the Netherlands, are you putting another video?
Yeah.
It says shitty music. Tupac was better. And he's from the Netherlands, and his profile says White Lives Matter, and it's a little.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
No, see, I'm
That's
thinking.
all I need
But
to know.
Rico James,
Yeah, that's
like,
my-
was going
that's
back
all
and
they
forth
keep
with
saying.
him. Yeah, I don't know why you said that was his people.
I thought he knew him because.
Nah, he was. Nah, he's going back and forth on. I don't know who this dude is. But how you saying white power and white lives matter and stuff like that, and you talking about Tupac? Did you know Tupac was?
Maybe he don't know.
There is an Australian rapper named Tupac who was in the limelight because he jumped out on a bill from Australia, but he was garbage, so he's not talking about him.
Possible.
Nah,
Is he
he
white?
said Tupac, not Pac.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I gotta get this on my chest.
Maybe he illiterate.
So,
Nah, they gave him skills.
the Pull-Up Queen. So earlier during the show, by the way, I guess. So earlier during the show, what's the clown's name?
Somebody, Irie something.
Irie something.
Rennie Eccles.
Rennie. First of all, I said he sounded like a Spanish foot disease. You sound like your parents are both lotuses. This shit is ridiculous. First of all, Lady Antoinette did some due diligence and research you on your page, and White Lives Matter person, but then you screaming about Tupac.
This shit is ridiculous.
Sit all the way down.
First of all, lady,
Think about what you're a White Lives Matter person, but yet you screaming and saying Tupac. You don't even understand the culture of the music. So on behalf of the black community anywhere, let me be the first person to tell you, because you probably heard this a million times, but let me be another person to tell you, simply shut the fuck up.
So on behalf of the black
Your mother should have swallowed you.
anywhere, let me be the first person
And shout out to Rico James. Rico.
Shout out to Sergeant
addressed
Q.
it immediately.
Addressing it immediately. But really, your mother should have swallowed you, or your daddy should have threw you away in the condom that was left.
Now, see, when I say that, I'm wrong.
Oh no.
No, I don't care.
As I'm saying,
Let's be
but
clear.
whenever I say it, I get
Let's be
vilified
clear.
for it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be clear about this one.
I mean, first of all, you are a whole entire villain.
I'm just
So-
saying.
So CP3,
Yeah.
I am not judging you. When I say something that's out of line, I know it. His mother should have swallowed him. And if I met her face to face, I would have gave her a card that says you should have swallowed that back. He is a waste of a brain cell, never less of sperm.
I saw some of the pictures on his page, and I cannot argue that logic. You spitting like it.
Yeah,
He's probably the
as
type
I'm
of
doing
dude-
my research, CP3 looking like,
Yeah.
The first thing is, I hate when people try to steal our culture to tell us about our culture. You can't even speak proper English, first of all.
Don't blame me. It wasn't my fault.
So, you can't even speak proper English, but yet you want to comment on hip hop music. Yo, not only sit the fuck down, sit down in an electric chair dripping wet.
You can't even speak proper English.
yeah, and I don't understand what his purpose was. I really don't
He's
care.
one of those people, you know what he needed? He needed a bag of razor blades so he could chew on.
Sit down in an electric chair.
He's still going. He's still going. He's still going.
Like,
I don't even need to say that. I don't even need to say
He
that.
been saying.
Yeah, I was.
Like, and then, and the crazy thing is, how the fuck you gonna be a White Lives Matter person and you talking about Tupac?
Saying Tupac was better.
You can even spell Tupac.
Some of these motherfuckers, man. That's why I don't even talk about it when they come on.
You don't even know music.
Yeah, it's not even worth the waste of airtime.
But the whole time his girlfriend or fiance, whoever he's in a relationship with, ain't white. So that was funny. It was interesting.
What is she, Cleon?
She look alright.
I mean, she looks like
I
she
knocked
might
it off just to
be
piss him off.
like Asian or something.
Oh, she don't know that.
Which I'm not
Probably a male order
shading
joint.
that, but I'm saying like that's kind of funny how you're saying like
You probably
you're
paid
going
for that.
against the Black Lives Matter, you're doing White Lives
You
Matter
ain't
with
even
the
here.
fist.
You're not even in America where we go through the real struggle. You in the Netherlands. But black people go to the Netherlands.
I mean,
There are some black folks.
yeah,
in the
sometimes.
What's in the Netherlands?
There are some black folks in
What
the
is in the Netherlands?
Amsterdam is real close.
That's all he care about.
I'm getting
Like,
to Amsterdam
he
one
was
day.
like, oh, he from
Goddamn.
Amsterdam.
Legalize,
No.
legalize prostitution,
Okay, but
legalize
look,
marijuana.
as
I'm
I'm
gone.
showing him this stuff, I was like, no, he's not in Amsterdam. This is where he is. He's in the Netherlands, but not Amsterdam. He was like, oh, but I mean, he's close, right?
Yeah,
That's all you cared about.
I'm getting to Amsterdam. That's one of my dreams.
Okay, but what they got to do with this situation?
Because the Netherlands is right next door to us. So I was thinking about it. Because I automatically got a one-track. Yes, I do.
You are a terrible human being.
No, I am not.
You are terrible.
That's not what we were talking about.
So here's what we're gonna do.
So when I pull up, I'm gonna drop you off, okay?
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do because CP3 broke the other mic.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna give him my mic. So I'm just gonna run the board. Y'all do that.
Oh damn.
CP3 broke.
So don't get too drunk.
Yeah.
Stop turning up your liquor.
That's true.
Like when people say turn up, I don't think they really meant what you was doing.
So to our guests, I'm gonna let you know real quick. CP3 voice is going to change 800 times. It's the same person.
It just happens, man. I can't control it.
It is the same person. So if it goes high pitched, it goes top pitched like a pimp,
That's when
then
the
it goes really low like a thug.
That's when the pimp question, the pinky come
and then
out.
he'll get fancy for a minute, and then he'll go on a rant. Do not be alarmed. That's just going to
This is just what I do, you know. It's Sunday night, you know, got bottles involved, so you know.
Wait a minute. Who bought the 1738?
I didn't say who bought it. I'm just saying there's bottles involved. That's all I'm saying.
Not blaming on the alcohol if you the one bought the alcohol.
I just know
bottle.
CP3. I just know me and Lady Antoinette get blamed for a lot of shit that goes wrong in your life.
Because y'all be putting a lot of things on me.
We
man.
did not put this on you.
No, y'all didn't.
Okay. You won't even touch my wonderful 1800.
Look what y'all did to it already.
Okay, what that mean?
That big ass bottle.
It doesn't mean anything. It's like juice.
That's what got me in trouble before, and I think it was
But it's like juice. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Bombay Sapphire was the same way.
Okay, Bombay Sapphire is not juice.
Yeah,
Bombay Sapphire is not 1800. Bombay tastes like rubbing alcohol, but it gets you a nice buzz, and it's like a.
The Sapphire tastes like fruit punch to me. I was guzzling that shit, and I found out the hard way you don't do that.
Of course you were.
Then
You were probably guzzling Cisco too back in the day.
Oh hell no, I stayed away from that shit.
I mean, you probably were you born with a 40 ounce in your bottle?
No, I had a 7-ounce pony.
You look like you drink Still Reserve still.
Only time I drank it was when she bought it on air.
You ain't got the lie, Craig.
No, I don't. I told you, my man passed out off of that shit, so I ain't fucking with it.
Well, you a Still Reserve type of guy.
No.
I only drank it because that's the only beer that was in the house.
No.
That's what you are. You a Reserve dude.
That's profiling. That's
if
wrong.
somebody walked in the house and they was like, one of y'all drank Still Reserve,
everybody's gonna look at you.
Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, you trying to look like it.
That's stereotype.
You like Still Reserve or White Beater and Timberland?
I can't do it, man. I'm not a 211 person, man. I tried it when
I feel like you are. That's why I bought you that. And I bought you the 42 ounce.
I mean, I drunk it. It wasn't
yes, you did.
It wasn't over beer in the house,
So
man.
notice. He said, I ain't a Still Reserve type person. I drunk it though.
Hey, it was the only beer that was in the house, and I was thirsty, so I drunk
it. If somebody bought me 211, I'm not drinking.
Yo,
I don't drink that.
I can't see a beer that doesn't go to waste.
Let me say
There you
something.
go, right there.
Son, as much alcohol as I drank in my entire life, guess which beer I've never drank?
Hey, man.
Yes. With a name like 151, guess which beer I've never drank?
2 of them.
Yes, because we don't add up.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I don't really mess with it
you
either.
don't,
because
you-
I drank it because
I have
I'm an
never-
AK. It's
hold on,
called
I-
any kind.
Yes, I have never seen the type of beer that you don't drink.
Because
Hey, let me tell you something. I found out something about you.
what that is.
I found out that you actually do have a favorite type of beer.
Yeah.
No. I found out from somebody who ain't even in this room.
Oh. Ooh.
Hold up, what's up?
Ooh.
Nah, it wasn't a female.
Oh, okay. All right.
Calm
Yeah, you
down.
can't be just dropping shit like that out there.
It wasn't a female.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you damn right. When you involved, hey, I gotta think about who you try to set me up. You didn't try to set me. Don't act like you ain't try to set me up. Don't act like you ain't try to set me up before.
Have we done in 2021 the CP3 child search call?
I thought we did. Maybe we didn't because nobody called, and I feel like 2021 is your year to find your lost children.
Yes.
Across the DMV and the 757, and where else?
Man, I done been
Cali.
around the world and
Shout out to my man Cleveland. So look, I'm about to play a video and then I'm gonna set the mic up for our guest.
All right.
I gotta readjust my camera again. Somebody here keep on moving.
Look, you the one that don't know what you doing over there with the camera.
Hey.
I'm about to play a video and then
I'm gonna set the mic up for our
guest.
Right, because clearly you're hurting on the inside.
I need to see social security number and a DNA.
Because how you get in the middle of your feed?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out right there. That's why I switched to his, because I'm trying to figure out. But this is a different.
1738.
No,
this
is a different feed from when we have.
And that Mary, they don't all mix together.
That shit right there.
That don't mix together.
Yes, it do. It do. It's taking its toll. That's all.
It's taking its. That means it don't mix.
Hey. And not in my book.
You are not functional right now because I know which. I'm looking at your screen.
I mean, in my regular feed, it's cool. It's just because that's the feed that I switched up to when we have the guest on the separate camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not inside the camera yet.
Y'all have been in a conversation with somebody who is either drunk or high, and they talking like they really know what they talking about. They trying to be technical. They trying to be all intelligent.
You see the difference.
And you looking at them with a blank face because they don't make no sense.
What? They got different scenes that I had.
I gotta do these mics.
Don't be trying to put me on the spot. That's my different scenes, baby.
There you go.
They don't make no sense. Yeah, let me.
Why is it like that? What you do?
Because that's a separate feed for when he puts the camera just on the guest. The guest will be in the top box and me and you in the bottom box. It's just because it's a smaller box, I gotta change the angle.
Yeah, but because you in the middle and it's all that space over there. How did that happen?
Because I have a different aspect.
No, because you don't have a camera signal.
No, because I had this one on the 690 by 322. The other one I have on 1690 by 870.
We'll fix it. You need it on a 4x4. About to take a 4x4 to you.
You about to get a size 13 to the ass. Keep fucking around.
Whatever. I cut people. You don't put your foot on me. I cut you. I shoot you in your pinky toe. I watched it the other day. Harlem Night. What Harlem Night? Last weekend. Laughing when he shot her on her pinky toe.
Oh, you want to shoot me in my pinky toe?
You really should taste it, especially because you said you ain't never had a margarita. Yeah, I have. You just go ahead and get a cup. Just taste a little bit. I'm good. Before it's gone, it's not gonna last very long. Just taste it. It's not gonna hurt you if you taste it. And how you gonna say I don't mix liquor? You drinking brown and a beer simultaneously. It's not a beer. So, and that messes up the wine. I can see if you drink this, and then after you're done drinking that, you drink that. I can get that. But no, you drink it at the same time. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna take
That's alcohol, but that's liquor.
the messages I be getting on my phone, I'm trying to tell
You know my mic still hot. You know, to get me shut down.
I'm not gonna read the messages. I just showed you what 2 today. He was like, what? I don't understand.
Don't see no tallywhacker. I ain't trying to see nobody
Tallywhacker.
Damn, how old are we?
Tallywhacker.
I forgot what comedy special I was watching. Somebody said that shit. I had to use it.
Wow.
I was watching the Kevin Hart joint. Yeah, he said that joint. Yeah, I had to pull that joint out. I was watching the old Kevin Hart.
This motherfucker wanna know where I'm at.
He about to pull up.
No. And I'm not far from his house, but definitely not gonna tell him that. I'm out, nigga.
Don't get me in those situations with folks pulling up and I gotta jump out there.
Oh, nobody's that stupid to pull up on me. I'm telling you. Have you met me?
I know you, but I got things for me.
I always got things with me.
I'm just saying, they roll up.
I'm a chick that carries a tactical book bag. What do you think I'm about? Yeah, have you seen my book bag that I carry in here every day? Black tactical book bag. You think I'm not prepared?
I ain't saying you ain't.
I'm prepared for so many different things. You'd be surprised.
We let you take over and shit.
You heard of a go bag? You ever heard of a go bag? Not the whole bag, go bag.
I heard of both.
You know about a whole bag.
I know about both of them. My man through security was telling me about it.
You got a whole bag?
Of course.
A whole bag?
Let's get one in the trunk.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
CP3?
Soap, shirt, drawers, washcloth, tie.
But here's the thing.
CP3?
Oddly enough, they could be one and the same though, real talk.
I know.
A go bag?
I know you know.
What you mean?
When you want a knife was in there somewhere. I know a knife was in
So
there
that's the
somewhere.
difference between a whole bag and a go bag.
Yeah, but I had my pistol on me. I just kept it in my
The
bag.
look, the go bag got the knife in it.
Yeah.
In addition to the stuff that the whole bag got.
Because the dude ain't never gonna go in a woman's bag.
You won't come back out of this video.
The go bag is when you're prepared for a dangerous situation or
Yeah, I had a
some type
situation
of-
like that. She bought a
I'm
pistol.
not talking. Let me say something to you.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
talking
got a
about a whole bag anymore. I'm talking about a go bag.
Yeah.
Let's say it's an earthquake, right? Or something, a national emergency, 9/11 or something, all over again, right? Your go bag or your grab bag got your emergency stuff inside of it. You should always have money in that joint. You should have stuff that a whole bag would have.
Yeah, we call that something else.
What do you call it?
We don't call it the go bag. So get the fuck out of town and go back.
That's why it's a go bag.
Yeah, we did go.
Or some people call it grab bag or, a bug out bag. Some people call it a bug out bag.
And get out of town bag when I need it.
Yeah. But like it's so sometimes you put survival stuff in it. That's why I said some of the stuff that's in the whole bag will be in there too, like soap and shit like that.
But see, I ain't. Yeah, I feel you.
It's good for everybody to have.
I used to.
You used to. And then if you have a pistol, you have some extra bullets in that joint too.
I always keep my clips on.
Yeah, but extra in the go bag.
Yeah, I always got 3 clips.
But okay, so if you always have 3 clips, add some to the go bag. So you can have 5 clips total. You always have 3 with you, but 2 in that go bag. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool when she came over her own joint.
I be prepared.
I met her online and shit.
What does that have to do with what I'm saying?
And I was thinking about what the chick that came over with the pistol. I was just having a flashback, man.
So she came over with a pistol like that?
Nah, because we was talking, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking I might come through." I was like, "All right, well, don't come over." No, I was like, "Don't come over here with no bullshit because I do keep my pistol with me." Yo. Oh, okay, yeah. We'll talk about that off there. But they only heard a little bit.
You about to keep going?
I mean, it wasn't nothing bad. But
yeah, sure. It's always bad.
When you got a good story.
Yeah, when you bring a pistol involved and a female, hey, you never know what might happen.
So we have our special guest in the building.
You're weird.
When you have good stories.
Introduce yourself, sir. Talk into the mic.
So we have our special guest in the building.
He cool. He's like, I don't want to talk to him. You hear me, man? Say something.
You can hear me good?
Yeah, yeah, you
hear me perfect.
Yeah,
yes, we hear you.
What's going on, y'all?
What's going on?
My name is Marty. I'm from Washington, D.C.
All right. All right.
Yeah, and I sing. I'm here to show my little single.
All right.
All right.
You're a singer.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you got it.
It's so special. It's so special. Special song. they're really speaking about stuff that I've been through, like growing up in Washington, D.C. You know, not a lot of people down here really big on singing, you know, a lot of rapping and everything.
Right.
It was inspiring just for me to do something that I enjoyed and not really thinking about what everybody else thought about doing and
Indeed.
taking it serious and pushing on the best thing since I was a kid. So
Okay.
it was just taking it serious as I got older and making it happen. Came across some good people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to show this world this talent that I got.
All right.
Yeah.
We hear you.
So I got good news and I got bad.
What's going on?
So good news is that you're here.
Oh yeah.
The bad news, you probably thought you were gonna be a little quick. We're gonna run through some stuff. Now we actually got questions. So before we even get to the single part, you know,
The bad news, you
I don't
probably
need a mic. You can hear me.
All right, as if you follow the show, you know I don't listen to a lot of new age music that's out there now, so I'm anxious to hear your music. But what do you consider yourself? R&B singer, contemporary, poet? What do you consider yourself in your craft?
R&B. Okay.
You know, they try to say R&B and things like that now, so I'm trying to bring it back to life.
I know that's right.
What's going on, man?
There you go.
Don't really hear too much R&B like that no more.
No, you don't.
So I'm trying to bring that back out.
All right.
So you that's it?
I mean, you
got
know.
more? I know you got follow.
No, I'm just saying, like I said, I'm anxious to hear his track. You know, just wanted to, know what he considers his roots.
But yeah, so first of all, I'm gonna tell you like this: we haven't listened to your song.
Okay.
We're gonna listen to your song live on air today. Like I haven't played it, like so we're all gonna listen to it
And
now.
give you a live reaction of what we really think.
But yeah, so first of all, I'm gonna tell you like this: we haven't listened to your song.
I don't know what Keys told you about the show because I hope I wanted my motto straight to go chase.
So we're all gonna listen to it.
This
now.
lady is that she cuts.
Yeah.
Try to cut me twice a show.
Hey, stop acting up.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
And it's dumb at number two.
Yeah. But
This is Lady Antoinette.
I mean, I
We need to
do
cut for a
have
video.
a quick question though. So you said you've been singing for how long?
I've been singing since I was a kid. But
And
I
this is
haven't
Gum at
stopped
number
since
2.
So
we need to talk for a video.
2-part question. Where did you start singing? And then what was that point that made you take it serious?
Well, I started singing just randomly, like in the house, making up songs, just doing it. I actually sing with my cousins and stuff.
Okay.
And my little singing group, make little shows up. My mom and uncle, everybody come sit down and watch it. And I got more serious after high school. I did choir for like a year or two.
Okay.
And people really started taking initiative to be like, oh, you really sing.
Oh.
Then it started, you want to come to the studio?
There you go.
Getting in the studio.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, and I started seeing the bigger picture of what was going on. So that's when I was
So your parents used to wake you up in the middle of the night and make you sing for everybody?
They wake me up in the middle of the night, but they definitely had me singing for that.
Yeah.
My mom was definitely the biggest fan, number one.
Yeah.
She was definitely had me singing for that.
That I think that's part of growing up
No.
for the black family.
Yeah, especially that you can sing. So, so you can sing a cappella? We'll back around.
You said you want to bring R&B back because they say it's dead. I'm not saying it's dead, but it's hard to find a good R&B singer nowadays, I'll say. So what is the mark you want to leave on it, and how do you feel like you can help spark the R&B to come back and get rid of some of this stuff that we're listening to now?
He was going good, TV.
I'm just
He's telling everybody that he think a lot of these people out here is some trash. We know
I'm
you
just
think a lot of people trash out here. We know. Other than the stuff that we listening to.
It's part of me. You should expect it by now.
We can't get the good unless we get a little touch of the bad.
That's me.
We were 95% there. And then he was just like,
Yeah. So what
It's
market
like
you
y'all
want
don't.
to be or R&B other than the stuff that we hear?
It's like y'all don't know. It's like y'all don't know CP3. Y'all know that that's me.
Angry,
I'm good with a
negative
little bit of
uncle.
bad mixed in. Come on now, y'all know this.
Drunk and high angry uncle.
That's the new Uncle Gus.
He almost got it.
Oh
Okay, you
man.
did the question. You did the question.
Understand what he's saying. And just more so.
Do me one favor. Talking to the mic.
Yeah, my bad. Just to give y'all more so of that old school that flavor. I feel like old school wasn't more so about like a marketing, it was that sound. Like,
Yeah.
when you hear it, you knew it was that sound that had you sitting there crying like them, crying like a guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go ahead.
Crying like shit, just listening to what's his name? Ozzy Brothers and they got you.
Yeah, there you
You're
go. Yeah.
crying like shit for no reason, just listening jammed out. You know, that's the type of feel that I want to bring back. I feel like nowadays niggas making songs just for a song, not really understanding what the hell it means to make a song and get the feel of it. You see, back then we used to have 2 verses, bridge. You might even catch a 3rd verse at the end of the song. They give you 2 quick verses now, and it was done.
Right.
And a whole bunch of
bring
wine.
back the understanding what we used to have when we had music.
This one over here, you touched the nerve. He was like,
I mean, that's true. You get 2 verses and a whole bunch of wine, and that's what they consider a song. Ooh, yay!
I don't think they haven't done that since the 90s. That's
I'm
not
just
popular
saying.
anymore.
I'm trying one of the things too. So I'm up with another person who's out in the car. She's also a singer.
Okay.
Oh.
We all will give you honest feedback. If it needs to be worked on, if if it's lukewarm, if it's like we're gonna give you honest. Just and I'm gonna keep one of the honest. I gotta give you the real. Just because you hear it don't mean it's gonna be like, oh, that shit's great. I had a dude call in and we gave him some feedback. One like, it was a B-side cut, and he was in his film.
But it's out of that.
Nah, no question.
Want you to grow.
No, that's second part. That's second. Second part was not.
I want my whole time to be more
It was out of love.
But
You talking about when we had that conversation with that
Yeah,
guy?
part
That
2.
was out
I'm
of
talking
love.
about when 151 went.
Yeah, but that's why
That-
when we had to check that dude, it was still out of love because you
Yeah.
need to understand that this industry,
Yeah.
it can be
But
cutthroat.
some of those things.
And we were nice.
Some of those things.
no, actually, I did cut him. I told him like, if you want to send me a B-side cut, you can't get mad if I tell you it's a B-side cut.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking with a B-side cut. It wasn't just me saying, okay. This oftentimes you may like something,
Yeah.
and I may not. And
Yeah.
I get it. There was a time that when we played the other dude's song, the song that got after him, and me and her didn't like it.
Yeah,
He was like,
but I
it's a
did.
smoker song.
Yeah.
And he said, yes, it's a smoker song.
Right.
So we felt
Mhm.
what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's just, when I'm criticizing, it's not that I'm doing it out of hatred.
Yeah. Oh no, I ain't say that.
The only time I hate you, like, whatever that dude is from.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I can tell you that. I really hate you.
Yeah, that wasn't out of love.
Like, I'm really pushing the track.
See what I said? See what I said? I'm wrong.
I'm not
But y'all demonize me like, yeah, you know you can't
No,
say
but you
that.
are wrong though. But like whole time, I'm gonna be real with you. It would be one thing if you just said like one thing. Like this is a reoccurring thing for you.
And you're angry. Like, it's like me, if the Incredible Hulk was a black guy, that would be you.
I identify with the Hulk the best. You're right.
He'd be like foot smash.
Yeah. Oh man, you know how many people I would have slapped with my old job? Oh my god. Yo man, it'd have been epic. Oh,
know.
that's a whole new series.
And I can say that because it's gonna be like even when Keys came through and he played the stuff and he played the song, he's like, oh, this is gonna be my next single. I told him, shut up, I don't like it. I was sitting right here in my spot. He was sitting right where Lady Antoinette is. CPP was sitting there, and I was like, I don't think so. That was my opinion. And if he chooses to go with that, that's his choice. But I'm going to give him my honesty. And he appreciated it. And he's known himself for a very long time, but he appreciated that honesty. So, if you got weak feelings, you need to tell me before we play the song and be like, hey,
It ain't gonna make no difference.
because I don't want to, offend you. I feel like I'll maybe we don't play the song.
So
He said he
I was about to say it ain't
you
gonna.
need to tell me before we play the song and be like,
there you go.
hey,
Cool. That's the way to look at it.
because
Lady Antoinette, you got a question?
offend you. I
No,
tell
I
y'all,
want to
we
hear some
don't need to
music.
play the song.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to CP3.
Yo.
Give him a question real quick, because I'm about to go get the other person real quick.
All right.
And then we got a special surprise.
You got a question?
Oh, I got a couple of questions.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to
What is
give him a question real quick.
your Mount
I'm about to go to
Rushmore
the other person real quick.
of R&B?
And then we got a special surprise because
If you say Jaheim, you gotta leave.
No, it's
Sing
not
for
Jacquees.
I was about to say, sing for Jaheim.
You know what?
I mean, no, I'm.
That's fine. No, roll them eyes. That is perfect. Roll them eyes. We don't like that boy
He
either.
say Mount Rushmore. He mean like
They
Your
do.
top five
Top
R&B people that inspired you to do what you do.
Okay. My top 5. We definitely gonna start off with
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
music.
Like him.
Okay.
My top 5. Brandy.
Okay.
Music.
You got 3. We need 2 more.
2 more. Every day. That old school be doing it.
Yeah, there you go. I love it. I love it already.
He said,
Luther Music Brandy, and he about to hit us with the next 2. And he going back because he said he's old school.
I definitely want to know where that Luther influence came
Because
from.
if he said Luther and he's saying old school after he already said Luther, I know he getting somewhere. Go ahead.
When we get there, why Brandy not mine?
If he said Luther and he's saying old school after he already said Luther, I know he getting somewhere.
It was more so Brandy's tone. I think she kept her the way she sings. Totally got it. In a lot of ways, and learning the notes and the way you was.
Oh, that thing is the thing.
We about to find out.
I'm a Monica person, but I let that slide.
Monica's beast. Monica's a beast.
But no, if you talking about runs and
that
stuff,
side?
you need to delve more into Monica. You need to delve more because she got runs for days. You need to delve. Yeah. Okay.
So you put that on heat?
Yeah.
I don't know. You put that side?
Now you see why I be worried about getting cut over here. Now you see why. So you got 6 feet.
I'm not.
You got 6 feet over there.
To Brandy, but I'm just saying I'm a Monica person, you know. So
that's why I'm speaking. You see who I'm. You see why I didn't give my opinion. Hey, you see why I didn't give my opinion. I'm closer than you are. Man, she already told you she keep a blade on her, and he got 6 feet to get away. I only got like 6 inches.
Hey, so this is Alicia Love. She's the singer. So we're gonna let her get straight, and then we're gonna play your song, and we all gonna comment, you know, see what you got.
But no, hold on, he didn't give his next 2.
Yeah.
What about I was big Drew Hill fan.
Okay.
Which version?
Don't do them like that, because it's only one version that we can acknowledge. We are not going to acknowledge the epic fail of the current Drew Hill.
I never even attempted to watch.
I saw them right before. I saw them right before COVID.
I did too.
Horrible.
They weren't horrible.
No. It was the Cisco show.
It was the Cisco show.
And he was dancing and doing cartwheels, and I was really upset.
At the Constitution Hall?
No, this was at Capital One Arena. They did the concert series with the basketball team.
Not so much the Constitution Hall. It was the Cisco show.
Because he with the 2 guys from.
He's with you saw him at the Nokia left.
Yeah, this was the 2 guys.
I saw him with Nokia.
He was still Nokia still with it.
He walked away at one point.
No, the 2 guys that were in what's that group is Player.
Yeah.
They in there. And Nokia was still with it.
Okay.
So we not going to address that. So Drew Hill in their prime, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's Drew Hill right there. We don't acknowledge other people.
Bobby Brown, Johnny Gill.
So wait, are you naming them individually?
Yeah, so everybody's beast. Yeah, okay. Johnny Gill and Bobby Brown.
The two lead singers. Other than Ralph.
Ralph
But
always
they
get
could, but
left
you know, they
out.
formed a group at one point, and they were touring together. Hands of State.
Oh, just them?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. I saw them in concert. They were called Heads of State, and they were touring. The three of them together.
How long did that last?
I mean, it's Bobby who was included, and the one time I saw them perform together, Bobby was gone. So.
I figured it wouldn't last that long. I don't remember that.
And this was before Whitney Fox. So the three of them. So no BBD at all, huh?
Bang with them.
I knew you was gonna bring that up.
No, she made me feel like I got.
I know.
But you put that in. You put that interrogation. You put that interrogation light over there.
Niggas, we knew that question was coming. We just didn't know how she was gonna word it.
She just said
But no, you said those three, and and in a sense, I want to know why. You know, why just those three? I'm a New Edition fan as a whole. So you singled out three people, and I want to know why they're the three lead singers.
So you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up.
Me and the songs that I heard.
Right. So there's solo stuff. Made you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie. I did. Growing up, I couldn't tell what. You know, when you hear the song, everybody just sing.
You just know.
Unless
right.
people bringing out this is the lead singer of that song or something. You're not really paying attention. You just hear.
Right.
When they get on their songs by themselves and they do them, you see and you understand.
Right.
So that's how I really started listening.
And that's the reason why I asked about BBD, because that's the other people in the group.
Right, yeah. Because when you said BBD, I'm like,
see, there you go. And then you have Smiley and I see you smiling at me.
That's classic.
Yeah, that's classic song. So that's why
I even got to sing that joint.
Huh?
I even got to sing that joint.
You sing?
Yeah, I sing
wait,
that
a
joint.
thug is singing about when you gonna see her smile again?
Man, when you get that good thing, sometimes that you make you smile.
You drinking brown liquor?
Of course.
I told you brown liquor today.
How's that down? I'm thinking about good time.
Give me 5 do's and 5 don'ts of what you learned about music so far. For the industry. You drinking brown liquor? Yeah. Give me 5 do's and 5 don'ts of what you learned about music so far. For the industry.
Check out all your options. Another do is to make sure you're doing the right damn thing. My last do is to always include God and that's it.
5 don'ts.
Make sure you're doing the right thing. My first don't would have to be, and my last do is don't let up. Always do it. Second don't would be my first don't doubt yourself. Don't let up. Third don't would have to be always go out. My second don't would be don't let kids take the lead. Be able to keep going.
CP3's talking to you.
Drugs are bad. I don't do drugs.
Let me move over for this lightning strike this man.
Drugs get you out the way.
You never lied though. Honestly, we especially in the industry.
Don't know, but you don't be known, but man, do not let those drugs
I think that was 4.
The last one. Don't forget who you
when you started. There you go. As long as they acting right.
Yeah, I was about to add that asterisk.
Everybody can't go. I'm learning this. I'm living life right now. Everybody can't go. The ones who was dead, you make sure you bring them.
Yeah, the ones who was dead, like for right now. Got you.
Hey, Alicia. All right. The name of your song is Special. What made you name that song Special?
So meaning of it and just speaking to everybody. What
So the
made
name of
this
your song
song
is
special? So we just got to name it special. So,
you wrote it?
Yeah.
What made you name that
All
song?
right, I like that. All right.
Who produced it?
Six
Mix Master Studio.
He didn't tag it in the system. But I know this up and coming producer. He's kind of angry at times. He drinks 211s, but he makes good beats, and he has illegitimate kids, so he needs to pay for them.
Not proven yet.
Not some of his beats are softer and could be for R&B songs.
I told you I'm diversifying my portfolio. Oh yeah, I had some nice children. You know.
We'll change information.
Yeah, we'll talk later offline. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh yeah, you know that's what we do over here.
We'll change information later after the
Just happy to be. I can tell you're gonna be special. I can tell you're gonna be destined to be. You gotta show me. You gotta believe. I can tell just happy to be. I can tell. I can tell you. Destined to be. You gotta show me. I can tell anything to survive for me. She was looking back in my bag. I can stand to see that it's more shit out in the grass. Got to be the one that they don't take it to survive. No record charge for you back. And no one else has to believe. No, it's more shit out here for me. I can tell you're gonna be one that they don't take it. I can tell you're gonna be some for DC. Just happy to be. I can tell you're gonna be I can tell you're gonna be destined to be. Gotta show you're gonna be some just happy to be. I can tell. I can tell. The thing I was different, I should make a change. My mama told me I was special. On my knees, I used to get my focus when it's on my thing, giving it everything in me. I changed the game. No one is happy makes a difference. Do what I had to get this body as my biggest thing. It's in my head. No one else just has me. And I know that you got it too. You got it, I can make it do. Special. What I hate, so everybody just gotta know that what you're into my mind. So what you want to do, go on, I'll just have to move. And I know that you got it too. You got it, don't be scared to show it. We all got a purpose, gotta know that you are chosen. Remember what you need, go on and just change. It's nice to me. I can tell you're gonna be a superstar. You gotta show you're gonna be successful. We gon' be just have faith and be who you are. I can tell you gotta know you're gonna be special. You gotta show you're gonna be a superstar. Until you're gonna be successful.
I'm feeling this vibe. I get my thoughts on the air, but okay, I can see y'all. Yeah.
Right, Thug Bounce Up.
I judge R&B songs on a different type of scale, and you know this song right here is like something I could play to set clean the gun or set the mood and set the tone for what's about to go down.
Oh,
So you know what I'm saying, it's about to go. When you had when you try to set the. I mean, you got to set the mood. Get the ladies. I feel like that track right there will set the mood. Like I could slide that in and I could throw some old school on after that. It could be a nice transition.
How do you go from cleaning your guns and setting the mood?
Because I do the same. So I told you some of the young ladies I date like guns. They get turned on by. Yeah, I mean, breaking it down for them. Getting the oil out, oil in the gun, getting the baby oil in that, getting the baby oil.
Use your music for anything. Okay?
You get the see. That's how you do it. You get the. Is that what I'm saying? He gonna be the R&B thug of the game.
You ain't gonna never have an interview like this.
I go. You already know, bro.
He's gonna clean his gun to your phone. He's
What?
to that phone.
Bruh.
Not gonna clean his gun though. But why with a female he gonna clean his
Because
gun?
I had some females that like guns. Like they would get excited when I was.
Right.
I mean, what's wrong with it?
Like we get it.
I'm different.
We know this.
Yeah, but I can see that.
You special, just like the song said.
Bro, I'm just gonna be my theme song. It's gonna be my anthem. I'm special. Yeah, I'm about to play this shit. I'm special. You fucking right. I'm the end of the show every Sunday playing that shit.
Lady Antoinette, your thoughts?
Unlike other people, it gave me,
You don't want to clean your gun to?
no.
She gonna sharpen her blade too.
No. I feel like it's a feel good song.
Yeah.
This is a summertime to me, like a chill summertime song. Like like
Sipping on something.
not just sipping on something, but it's like I can see. Have you done your video for it yet? I can see the video being like literally in the summertime, stuff that those videos that we used to see back in the 90s where people were going around just looking at the neighborhood in the summertime and see people having fun and all that. I mean, of course, obviously there's an underlying love story to it, and then I like the fact that you shout out DC. That's a good thing. It definitely, I wouldn't. Have you ever heard anybody compare you to another artist? Who? I'm curious because immediately I had a thought. So who have they compared you to? Yep, that's exactly who I was thinking. You gave me Lloyd, like for real. You gave me, and I'm
You know what? I didn't think about it, but now that you said,
and Lloyd has ties to this area, so that's actually a good thing. Really, I feel like he's an underrated artist. So, and I like him. I do. I like him. So, but you give me Lloyd vibes. Not exactly Lloyd, but Lloyd vibes. Yeah.
That E-ball.
So, I mean, but I will say this: that's not your banger. Yeah, that's not your banger. I can see so much more for you, but this is like one of those, cute little low key.
But I think that's good for him being R&B.
So,
I think that's good for him being R&B. He doesn't. I don't feel like with R&B.
Well, when I say banger, I meant like more so like a number one. Like this is being played. So like, okay, you familiar with Trey Songz, right? You remember his song "Just Gotta Make It"? It's giving me that type of vibe for you. Yeah, so it's not what we know him for, but that was like his introduction.
I love that video. I love that video.
Right, but I mean, it wasn't a bad song.
Yeah, I used to.
But it wasn't the song that literally pushed him out there, but it was like an introduction.
Yeah, to me, it showed his hunger to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're talking about the content. I'm talking about the vibe of the song as a whole.
The vibe too. To me.
You think from a male perspective.
True.
Female think from a different perspective. Real talk, you ain't gonna buy it out. Shit.
You're right. I have never.
But and what I'm saying is, I'm saying this song will do
I
for
never
him.
dubbed it either.
This song will do for him that Just Gotta Make It did for Trey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Gotta Make It was our introduction to him.
Yeah.
And this song is your introduction, but it's not the one that's gonna catapult you. So you gotta, put that out there. That's your introduction. Now after that, you gotta hit that Trey vibe right there. I'm not saying to be all nasty. I'm not saying to be nasty, but you need something that's gonna knock it, because I see the potential And like I said, just gotta make it introduce us. So this is introducing us. So yes, nice to meet you. What you got next? That's where we at. You know.
Oh, I'm listening to some
And
track.
just like just gotta make it the video. Like you said, you love that video. Think about that vibe that video gave you.
But it's crazy that you said what you said. That's how I know she's beat because she's doing the podcast.
There you go.
You realize you think like you want to be like in my area, my neighborhood, or like in my life. Seen a lot of shit walking around here. Like you have this shoulder. And just throughout the whole song of where I am.
Right.
Yeah. You know, it's similar scenario or something.
There you go. Right. With it.
Yeah, that's how I see it happen.
I'm with it. All right, 151.
Alicia.
Oh, Alicia.
Yeah. And definitely, it's like when you listen, you're telling a story, say for someone that's not from where you're from. You want to take them there, you know, and when you close your eyes, like, okay, I can't really be in there. So you have that, you know, you're on that path, that ride. The confidence, I mean, this is your first thing. Get blinded. Get in it. You got it. You got all the tools, you know, just you got it. I mean, you got everything, all the elements, you know, and just like, I got this. I'm going to represent where I'm from. People are going to know I'm telling a story and get them. I want to come to plan and go there. You know what I'm saying? And when someone asks you, like, oh, who do you think you look? No one. I'm unique. I'm one of a kind. Even though you will get people to say, oh, you have a, you know, that kind of Trey song, da-da-da-da. And that's a good thing. Those are great artists, you know, to compare you. But you are in your own lane. You're in your own lane. And I can hear that. And, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Definitely. Absolutely.
You ain't done yet.
Okay, good.
It ain't over, motherfucker.
Sit out.
It ain't over, motherfucker.
I mean, you got past me. That was pretty good right there.
So one thing I'm gonna tell you like this. The first thing I'm gonna tell you is the mix should be better. I didn't like the mix. I like the song. The mix to me was trash.
I picked up on that. Even I picked up on that.
But you do that
because
no, but he's better. I'm learning from him.
Because as good as the song was, like how he did the chorus and stuff like that, like it just wasn't even. It wasn't an even flow and an even transition.
Right.
And when you get something new and something so special, you gotta make sure that you pay these people. You want to make sure they take care of it. And just because they hand it to you that first time and say this is it,
when you get something new,
don't mean you gotta accept it.
Yeah, you can send that
Do that shit right back. Real talk. We did the my artist is Renegade.
You need to make sure they take
That's my name.
And
we did the money video, and it was a thing that he didn't like because the girl put up the bottle and still at the top one.
My artist is Renegade.
And I ain't even fucking notice it.
We did the money video.
And I'm ready to be like, yo, we about to put the video out, about to call people. He's like, no, that's
the girl put up the bottle and still at the top one.
Yeah, and we paid for it. So
I ain't fucking notice it.
To get it taken out.
It needs to be
and then we actually probably sat on it a whole nother month before we actually dropped it because it wasn't right. And you have to have that pickiness that when you creating a masterpiece, when you creating your work, you gotta be the asshole. You gotta be the diligent in telling people, yo, that mix ain't good.
Yeah. That's a good. You can add to your list.
You know,
it's your work. Yeah. Remember, it's a very famous quote. Like everybody. She's an artist, and she's what? Okay.
But it's not just people criticize. It's just when people take it.
Yeah. That's your baby.
One of the most realistic situations is this. When I was back in the day, we recorded a song. And I recorded this song with my homie. And when you take it to other people who's on the next level, they can tell you the song without even. So my cousin boyfriend, he played in a band, all in New York.
And I recorded this song with my homie.
Played in the record. And we looked at it, he said, oh, shit, was
on the next level. They can tell you the song without even. So my cousin boyfriend, he played in a band, all in New York.
I'm like 18, 19. Nah,
Playing the record. You looked at it, oh, shit was recorded on the
so
contract.
when you, so that made me learn the music business even more. So the first thing I noticed was it's a good song, but when the chorus comes on, the mix is rough.
So
you know, you got a great
so
voice.
that made me learn the music business even more.
You got a great voice, but you have to be thinking about your shit.
It's a good song, but when the chorus comes on,
and you can't be afraid
to tell them no.
They fucked up.
You got a great
You can't be yo, you can't do this. I'm paying you.
You got a great voice.
And you're paying for a service?
Better yet, you got a manager? Okay,
yeah, that's yeah, when people when they don't want to talk to them, oh, you can talk to me. What the fuck is you doing? Like real talk. You went to a show, you ain't had this music. I cut the motherfucker out.
Yeah, so that's
what it is.
And then when you told me again, you apologize. So sorry, what we sorry about? I don't even know why I cut them out. But you have to be diligent. In order for you to get to the level that you want to go to, you have to be diligent about your stuff. And you have to treat it as the greatest thing. Because at the end of the day, it's your baby. And no one's going to fight for your baby and your child like you. Period. So I think the song is good, but I think if you wanted to release it, be another mix.
Your baby and your child, like
you know, before you put it on Spotify, SoundCloud, any digital platform, get somebody else to mix it. And if he can't, and the person can't do it, find somebody else. Because the song has potential, but if it's a sloppy mix, a record, anybody in the industry is going to give that great song 10 seconds stop.
Find somebody else. Because the song has potential.
Because it shows that you didn't appreciate your work.
If it's a sloppy mix,
and if you don't appreciate your work, why should I value
you? Going to give that great song.
That song could be $1 million song because you didn't appreciate it and you got a sloppy mix. I may tell you, you know what, we gonna give him 100,000, and you might, oh, that shit's gonna sound good. So you realize 100,000 is only $40,000.
That song could be $1 million song because you didn't appreciate it and you got a sloppy mix. I may tell you, you know what, we got a great mix.
Great mix.
Because I'm gonna tell you, this is the biggest problem with talented people. Talented people rely on talent, and they don't want to spend money on the stuff that makes them great.
But they got a great mix.
So the difference is, a talented person thinks, I'm gonna make this song, and this song is going to blow. A garbage artist will spend money on the mix to be perfect,
to make it sound good.
Will spend money on his promotion.
Because they know it ain't.
But they will go hard to the paint because they lack the talent, but they got the drive. You got the talent. You just gotta put the drive together. You know.
Perfect example. No shade to her.
Because they lack
Love.
the talent.
What you
but
think
they
about
got the drive. You got the talent. You just gotta put the drive together.
That song Love specifically.
I think the song itself is a good song.
And but
it's heavy.
I'm gonna tell you like this. She sounds horrible.
He had to use the big H though.
Horrible. She sounds horrible. The first time I heard that song, I said, "What in the world is this?" But guess what? That song was promoted. It was mixed. And that song, what did she that song, where did it go?
I took it as it was the pain from the song that made her sing like that.
No. Keisha had to get singing lessons later.
She got Wi-Fi.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ashanti has talent. Like Ashanti can really sing.
Ashanti set her up.
Ashanti had anthems.
No. Ashanti set her up. She made her feel comfortable, and then she walked to the rest of the.
But like I feel like with Keisha, Keisha can carry the song. I can say that. In Love, she couldn't. Like she was off the whole song. Any real singer will tell you. Like the whole song, she was off. Yeah, it's called singing lessons.
Yeah. But see,
and she makes good music. but it doesn't mean that she's talented. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean she's the best singer out here. You know, she makes good music, she can carry a tune. But that's an example of what 151 was just talking about. You know, like, you can take these horrible singers or not so great singers, you know, just mediocre talent, and you put forth all this effort, and then bam, there you go. You know, an instant star. You know, they might have the personality of a star, but that talent ain't the same. Yeah, so Keisha has a great following, but she's not the strongest singer. She's talented to a degree, you know, like she can be put on a good show. She has that star quality, you know, she's cute, you know, she can get up on stage and perform.
I told you, once she closed that gap to me, she wasn't as sexy no.
I mean, but that's just because you fell in love with the guy.
I love the guy.
But at the same time, like, and don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be real with you. I do like Keisha as a whole. I just don't feel like she's a very strong singer. And with the right engineers, she will produce amazing music. So imagine that same set of engineers with someone who's extremely, extremely talented. So put that effort into you. Put that money into you. Put that effort into you. And you good.
Because the thing about it is like this. I may say he ain't the greatest lyric, but the production and everything else is tight. Like, here's the thing. It's the music business. 90% business.
Because the thing about it is like this. I may say
No
he ain't the
bullshit.
greatest
There's so many people that's not talented. It's not fun. To piggyback off of what this one said earlier.
I was about to say it, boy. Don't get me started. Like,
I acknowledge that you're saying it.
Thank
It's just
you.
funny how when we on one side, you was like, oh, let me, but this stuff we listening to now.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, you know, you have to. They don't, like you said, they're just making music to make money. There's no feeling behind it. There's no soul
Some
behind
people
it.
do have feelings. They just don't have
No, I'm just saying he nailed it. That's why I have respect for him for saying that, because as an artist that's in recognizing that, some get caught up in the culture and don't even take a step back and see that some folks is putting out bullshit music just to get a paycheck, and he's doing it because he loves the craft, and that's what it's all about. That's why I can get behind you when I can actually feel your music, because I know you're putting your heart and soul into it. You're not just thinking about a paycheck or thinking about the business side of it.
So now we come to my favorite part of After Bar. CP3, what is the favorite part of After Bar?
It is called Bars at the Bar.
We need to record you saying that.
That's my voiceover work.
I don't even say it like that.
That's my voiceover work. I'm trying to get some voiceover work, baby. Come on, I'm trying to diversify my portfolio.
So basically, you know, the rappers, we tell them it can be written, it can be freestyle, take a little something. The singers, it can be written, it can be somebody else's song.
So
Think a little something.
basically, we, you know, with rappers, we tell them it can be written, it can be freestyle, take a little something. With singers, it can be written, it can be somebody else's song. Sing a little something.
I got the mic in there.
Over and over again, I try to tell myself that we can never be more than friends. But all the while inside I knew this was real. The way you make me feel.
All right.
Somebody grab me a tissue.
Came out here and joined them. We needed to do that, but we could do that.
Somebody
later.
grab me a tissue.
What the kids to do?
Here's the thing about performing. Here's the thing about performing. If you fuck up, you keep going. You ain't supposed to stop. Somebody over there don't even know you fucking.
I had to run it back and go a little, go a little harder for the next time you fuck. Come on, good now. You fucked up one time.
And I'm gonna be real with you. Listening to your track and hearing you in person on your track, yeah, you get a little vibe, little soft voice, but your voice is way more powerful than we heard on the track.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind when you have someone, you know,
So I heard a little
mixing your music. We didn't hear that power
auto-tune.
on that track.
Yeah, I feel like I heard a little.
Your chorus should be powerful. Your chorus is the part that makes, even if they don't understand no words in your entire song, your chorus should be the part that everybody sings along.
And there were parts where we didn't hear your ad-libs before. Because you did your own background. Yeah, there was times that was a little more.
So, I mean, I'm going to tell you, like, the right chorus, my mother was singing, I got fired. Like, Mom, you ain't got nothing.
My grandmother.
I'm going to tell you, like, with the right chorus.
That.
You don't even know what they got fired.
And she was singing Whoop There It Is. That was real concerning.
Oh, damn.
Remember my mom coming out the house and I got fired. Mom. No. What? I want that song. You ain't got nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go to 7-Eleven get a soda. You ain't got nothing. Nothing. And you got to the point and you want to take a $5 bill. What? I like that song.
So let me ask you this. But it's just more so personal as far as you. Do you feel like, kind of touching on Mike Jones and his concept, that now that you're singing, and now that you're in the studio, you're doing this and that, there are certain people that you know in your life have treated you different? That now that you're singing, and now that you're in the studio, you're doing this and that,
I feel like
But do it for you. They want you to do for you. Yeah, so you know where it's going, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like, when you see us, I started to realize, who can't come.
Everybody can't come with you.
I didn't at first, even through like, I feel like people don't see it until you start like doing that shit.
Yeah.
Because even through my time of telling people like what I'm doing and everything, I don't think they would go to
yeah, and they're like, oh, you got a little bit of success coming.
Yeah. Well,
singing online and lives and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, to piggyback off of that, I'm gonna tell you something. I tell some of the young athletes that I, talk to and mentor. Avoid those hanger-oners. You're gonna have folks that's gonna be like, I was there from the beginning. You look out for me. You got to know your circle, because one of those fools can get you in a bad situation that risks everything that you've worked for and you put in your blood, sweat, and tears in that you have no knowledge of. But because you're on the rise and you're doing good, they're going to spin it in the media, and just to get those clicks and just to get those copies. So just make sure you monitor your circle. You know who you're dealing with, and you know who's around you, and they know. By being associated with you, it's a privilege. So don't go do no stupid shit, because I'm not trying to get linked to that and risk my brand and what I'm trying to work on.
It sounds like you talking about Michael Vick.
I mean, well, he got caught up in some bullshit because of his family. Yeah, I mean that's what you have to be aware from, because like they said, you have the talent, you have a place where you can go and do what you do, and you do have a bright future, but it's all about making the right decisions. It's not about just the talent. Just like in sports, it's not just about being talented. It's about being in the right place at the right time and having the right mindset and being ready when that opportunity comes to kick that motherfucking door in and kill it. So just.
I like you, man. Today
But wait.
you've been flipping the sports analogy.
Kick the door away.
Kicking the door away, man.
My man been kicking it out. See, I look over here now.
Hey man, you're gonna get it all from directions. Yeah, you're gonna get it from different directions out here, baby. You got to, because opportunity is going to come, and when the people that are successful are ready for that opportunity comes, the other folks talking about woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh, I only got a Spotify. I don't have it MP3. I don't have it mixed properly. I don't have my copyrights together. I can't do this. I can't do that. But when the opportunity comes and you ready for it, that's what's going to propel you. That's what's going to take you to the next level. Like we were talking about Jay-Z and what title. And getting all the stuff that he's doing from all the hard work he put in, and he's doing his business. That's what your ultimate goal should be. That's what everybody's ultimate goal should be, to be able to make money doing something that they believe in, that they love, that they put their blood, heart, and soul into, that they can get behind. And you have a craft and a love for it, so I say, man, do that shit, bro.
Well, tell everybody where they can find you at.
I'm on all social media platforms. Everybody can find me at Cromartie, that's CROMARTIE. Then it's CROMARTIE. One more time, CROMARTIE. That's the underscore. All social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that.
All right. You on Snapchat?
Snapchat too.
What?
Snapchat.
We was just talking about Snapchat.
Don't forget Clubhouse. All that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold up.
You
Clubhouse.
gotta add me.
Oh, you don't know nothing about Clubhouse?
Ain't that the? I thought that was just for the. Never mind.
That was for what?
Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. What you think?
I had heard some things.
He in a different room.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I'm just saying, I had heard some things. I had heard some things from some folks that I used to. It might not have been. It might be Funhouse. It might.
No.
Never mind. Yeah. Never mind. I was thinking about something else. My bad.
CP3.
Yes, sir.
What will you be doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll be discussing, as always, NHL hockey. I already talked about the Tom Wilson suspension. We're going to break that down more on Sports in the Hill. We're going to recap the week in review for the Caps and look forward. We talk about the Boston series with everything that went on. Also got an NBA roundtable with the Wizards talk. Also going to discuss some Washington football team news with Alex Smith getting released and how much cap space they have. And the Washington football team is in a good position to make some splashes in free agency and fill some holes that's desperately needed on this team. And we're going to talk about the unfortunate distractions of this offseason also. We're going to touch a little bit on it. We're not going to get too deep into it. But also, you can, if you're looking for a new used or pre-owned certified vehicle, come on down to Waldorf Honda, 2450 Crane Highway. Holler at your boy. I know it's tax season. I know you got that tax check. I know you want a new ride. Come on down to Honda, boy. We got them nice 2021 Honda Accords. We got them nice Odysseys, those nice Pilots. I'm the king of self-promotion, baby. You gotta love it. You know what it is. But hey, shameless plug, baby. It's free advertisement. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I was about to go on a rant. But yeah, you know what it is. Holler at your boy, because I told y'all. Exactly.
I'm sorry.
This hashtag
We gonna be
CP3.
here for 30 more minutes.
I got businesses and other things going on. This hashtag CP3. You know what it is. Google me, holler at me, inbox me. Hey, that's where it is now.
You said you want them to inbox?
I just tell them Google me.
You want them to inbox you?
Well, yeah, they can.
Ladies,
slide in my DM. Just be real, because I like fucking with catfish. So don't be playing no games.
Slide in his DM.
Yes, ladies, slide in CP3's DM.
Because I'm trying to slide it. Never mind.
Never mind.
Lady Antoinette, what you got going on?
Well, nothing much, not yet. I'm not ready to let y'all know everything that's going on. But always support and get updates on Lady Antoinette DMV on Instagram, Lady Antoinette on Facebook. I do not do Twitter. I tried, y'all.
Used to be there.
I'm a mess around and go.
Twitter is real.
BI.
Twitter be real.
On those alphabets are all gonna be in my face if I get on Twitter.
We don't mention those.
I said all them alphabets. So that's it. IRS, they can't really come.
The last time we mentioned them things, it looked
that's you, because
it was me and Black GOP. Rest in peace, brother. When we made a mistake of mentioning those 3 letters along with a couple of other 3 letters, and things got a little weird a few weeks after that in real life. And yeah, I don't mention those letters on air anymore. Things got real weird for both of us. So I'm gonna have to.
And I do want to make a note for those who are watching. So I have a Facebook page, Lady Antoinette. It's a personal page, and then I have like a business page. My personal page, I do not answer inboxes. I do not. I don't even open them. So stop opening those inboxes.
You got some unsolicited paraphernalia.
So if you are inboxing me on my personal Lady Antoinette page, don't. I'm not going to answer you. I'm sorry to those who are reaching out legitimately.
How many one-eyed gardens?
If you're legitimately trying to reach me, go to the Lady Antoinette Facebook page.
How many one-eyed gardens snakes you?
I'm just saying, and my business page, you can inbox me there for legitimate things. I'm not.
Meeting too bad.
I'm trying to tell you, I had people from other countries sending me stuff, and when I hit that translate, oh no. I was like,
carrot and peas.
No, that I was not prepared for. So I don't even open that inbox.
You gotta hit the translation button.
And I keep getting notifications. Yeah, because somebody was like in another country, and he was. All I saw was Bella, and I'm like, okay, what is he talking about? And I was like, what is he saying? And
I'm just saying.
I translated what he said. It wasn't
good.
You want to put some grape jelly between your teeth?
He said the only thing that was good was, "Oh, you're beautiful." That was the what? So I do apologize for anybody who has been hitting me up legitimately on that page. I do not do personal. Because it's all bad. He's getting too much enjoyment out of it. He's laughing way too hard.
Because I can imagine some of the inboxes you may have opened up.
Yes, they were really bad.
Oh my God. Hold on before we go up there.
I have a new Instagram page.
All right.
So the thing I came on 511 our page. Now I have shots 5151. So.
All right, shot.
Not those type of shots.
I know.
So
it's photographs.
Yeah.
It's you know, that one won't have memes and all that other stuff. It'll have the pictures that we actually take. So it won't have the crazy memes that get you locked up in Facebook for 30 days.
Man, look, don't even give me.
Well, I told y'all they sent me a message. I sent y'all the one they sent me a message on. I thought Alf was a really fun person.
Man.
The alien back in the day.
Them folks, boy, I swear they're worse than a parole board. Got a nigga on parole and shit.
Rush out of jail. I'm sorry. California Love.
I feel like you're profiling me.
It was something that you said you wanted.
Man, because I'm a black man with engagement on my page, man. It's proud.
With what?
Engagement.
I thought you said an engagement. I said, who you engaged to now?
Exactly.
Man.
I ain't found her yet.
Yeah, we know this.
Yeah, we'll find her soon. But I was gonna we gonna have to mention the Texas situation with their governor lifting the mask mandate.
Okay, let's talk about that.
And but before we get serious on it, I want to mention I saw an article that a Mexican restaurant down there was still having a mask mandate on their restaurant. Some Republican Caucasians came in and didn't like that they still was having masks on and decided to call ICE to get them deported because they felt they were illegal immigrants. So they're upset because they're trying to help save their lives. So they want to get them deported if they were illegal because they feel like wearing a mask is in the fridge. I hope they were too. Before we talk about it, serious, I just had to put that point out there just to tell you how smart Texans are. I love Houston. I love going to Texas visit, but some of y'all,
well, they gave birth to Dallas Cowboys.
That says it all right there. So.
Yeah, but you know, Texas has another football team, y'all.
And they feeling.
Don't tell me you so DC, but you a Cowboy fan.
Oh, my thoughts. What? What? Say it ain't so. So you like Brandy over Monica. And
Yeah, I was riding with you. I was right, bro. I had you in the Cadillac sitting. Man, I had you sitting in the Cadillac riding on Vogue, going down to Virginia Beach to chill with the fam. You getting put out on the side of 95 now. What's that? you done fucked up, right? So you said you were at the liquor store at 12 o'clock last night. Yeah. Now hold up. You just said you was there at 11.
Because I'm sitting here like this. When he said that, I said,
Oh boy.
You done pick Brandy over Monica. You done shaded BBD. And then you telling me that your DC stand for something else?
And you know she the pull up queen and the cut queen. So, I mean,
it's not just a fan thing over here, baby. It's media. We cover the team for the last 6 years, so yeah, we love our Washington football team.
You got the pull up queen and the thug. I'm a Giants fan, so you cool.
But that's where he from.
Yeah.
But no, that's where he's from. Where you said you from? And Giants fans don't like the Dallas.
Well, hold up. Are you even old enough to know that last time they won a championship?
Oh, Lord.
I just had to ask.
Wait, have you been there? Oh, my God. You know what?
I've been to Texas, though. Now, the actual questions go 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It worked for me sometimes.
It don't work. That's I went to school for that.
All right, let's get back to the Texas mandate with them dumbasses.
But I feel like Texas is stupid. Yes.
I mean, it ain't really a lot to say. It's when ignorance is ignorance.
Well, you know, Maryland schools opted to go back hybrid.
It ain't really a lot to say. It's just when
I'm not sending my kids.
I mean,
are they still doing the virtual too?
Yeah, they're allowing you to choose.
Oh, okay.
VA schools going back.
They're allowing you to
VA don't
choose.
give a fuck though.
I mean, at the same time, Georgia has just been wide open.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. I mean,
You know they was doing the drive-by ones. You ain't know, y'all ain't never seen that? Oh, that had me in tears laughing. You pull up in it depends on which place. Matter of fact, the one in Atlanta, you know, the magical one. So you pull up in the parking lot and you have to pay to get in. And then they had like little stations set up as you driving.
You get a car dance instead of a lap dance?
They on the pole outside.
So she just jump in your car instead of jumping on your lap.
Hold on. Flag on the play. So they on a pole outside under a tent.
No, they weren't under the video I saw.
So this is a pole outside and dudes
Yeah,
driving by.
Like a stage almost, and
as they drive by.
And they couldn't give lap dances or anything like that because it's COVID. But I mean, I'm sure Atlanta has gone back to normal operation by now.
Now, I've never said that. Yeah, I've never said
this was last year
in my life. Doing security in the strip club, being a strip club goer for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to do a drive-by strip club to tip because you need to check yourself in for therapy. Because something is really wrong with you if you're doing it. Like I said, I've gone to the strip club in the afternoon before, so I know I enjoy strip clubs like the next man, maybe a little bit more. But I would never just do a drive-by just because I want to see a chick on the pole.
I feel like once they put it out there, a lot of people went just to say they went. So that allowed them to have more people.
Who I think the show is, I've been up since 5 in the morning.
Oh yeah, you're going to a 4-hour show.
Yeah.
But I do have one thing to say to it, I guess. So just a bit of advice. There are other artists that we have had, here out of DC, and you can take what they've done and kind of learn from it. You like old school, so you got Marvin Gaye. But one person that you might want to look into their work ethic is impeccable. They are also, in my opinion, underrated, is Raheem DeVoe. He is like the hardest working man in the industry right now. So look at that and use that as an example. He's somebody that came before you, and look at that and grind. You can use that as a model to do what you do, to keep that in mind. He's always in the studio. Yes, he's always in the studio live. Yep. Yes, he's the only artist I know that put out mixtapes like he is a whole battle rock or something. Like I don't know what's going on with him, or where he finds the time, huh?
R&B battle rap.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
But I've seen him before live.
Yeah, and it's not just live. Like behind the scenes, this man is always working. Always. So keep that in mind. Like you got people that here in DC is mainly about like Zolo and rap and stuff like that, but you do have very hard working R&B people.
We gonna play New Renegade. Hey, ladies. Actually, he gave me this song. I've been playing it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell me he was that other person until the other week. So basically, I've been playing it. We gonna play Stand Black People.
Oh yeah. We off the camera.
His feet right now.
You know my whole intent. In the city, like
that's his feet. You know your feet on his heart.
Yeah, your feet still got him on.
Because I be nosy, because he be messing up.
No, I ain't messing. I know I had to switch and make
sure.
sure.
If I wasn't looking at yours, I wouldn't know we froze up earlier.
True.
So there you go. So come with it. So he said, hey, do you think about you?
Rob calling me. Hey y'all know what? I was over there last night.
She back.
She back. And y'all ain't getting none of it, dog. I got it last night.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah, I can't either. Normally you stand back. You be like, I ain't giving that no more.
But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that everybody ain't looking.
That's how it happens. That's how it happened with me. Whenever I find me a chick I'm cool with. That's how it be when you find someone, when you chilling, and then you fuck around and go backwards? Like, did everybody hit you up?
No. You find somebody, everybody hits you up. That's period.
Yeah.
Can I get off? Can we get off radio?
So, is your feed on? Your mic?
Yeah,
He setting you up.
Yeah, he said it was.
There was no problem when you was CP3.
I left it. I know there was no names involved.
You 5-0 niggas?
You said a name.
I didn't say no name.
You did. You said somebody called other people. It was like, hey. Yeah.
I was away from I came to you.
Yeah, whatever.
9 times 10 ain't right.
I'm a Stella biscuit though.
You need a
You
hockey
sure about
puck?
that? My sister's been there for a while.
You gonna eat a hockey puck?
Yeah, wrap it in paper towel.
And throw it in the microwave. Soak it in butter.
Put it in the microwave. Yeah, that's how you
Soak it in butter.
Soaking in butter.
Soak it in butter.